I try to, educate the musician that you can embellish your song in a studio. When it comes to live performance, that's where
that's a problem.
I always tell them to. So I don't like embellishing them with auto tunes and other things. I want them to original. In fact, most of them is the gospel singer who score the highest mark in terms of real singing. The other guys, they challenge the problem.
I think it's because the gospel guys they are able to perform every Sunday in church live.
They are notated, if you look at the rudiments that they pass them through, the soprano, alto, treble, and then they have all these kind of parts, and you have to learn all these parts. So the rudiments that they go through in terms of music, they are well structured. So when they come, they know the ambience that they have to sing. But to the other guys, oh Charlie, oh money kiwi crowd, and he's singing in another. It's very, very difficult. So those people, you have to pitch them. That's why they have that kind of DJ Mami 5, and then the involvement of stems into our music is also.
What's a stem?
Stem is that maybe I'm in the studio, I have my click, I'm using metronome, I have my congas.
Play the metronome I hear.
Yes.
So that's a metronome.
That's right.
To give it time.
It's playing at 83. They got by a yes, okay. It's 83. That's the reggae feel. So they have this man, and then they add congas. Maybe other instruments that they will not call the people live to come and perform. So maybe the strumming of the guitar like this. So I have my stems like this.
Yeah.
So the bass man will be playing like the keyboard will be playing like that, but the guitar is not there. So this is what I call stems. So they infuse it into the performance. So at times you see that the guitar is playing, but you don't see.
You don't see guitar.
Yeah, and it's creating creativity. It's all because of the money.
You don't want to get a real guitarist.
And the horseman. There's a sample here. When I played it with horns, you might think that this real.
The guys are blind on horns.
So that's why everybody wants to learn the keyboard,
Yes, because once you learn the keyboard, it's a gateway.
It is the gateway, man. Without the keyboard, I will not be. Everything that you see here, my house is built from
the keyboard.
Yeah, from the keyboard, everything. My cars, everything. All the cars, Charlie, gifts from people.
Wow.
I never bought one. 4 cars in the house.
They be gifts.
Gifts. So the black one, that one up here gave it to me. The yellow one, I played a hymn. It serenaded somebody in France, and he said, Charlie, she want to give me something as a token for the hymn that I played. And the last one, somebody also bought for me that I should use it for Uber. When I'm able to pay half of the payment. And unfortunately, it is a manual car, so but the people didn't like it. But the other guys Charlie take it.
So vehicles, just gifts.
Yeah, gifts. All these people, GQ bought this one for me. When I trained, GQ bought this one for me. One guy engineer in the UK, he also bought a sound card for me. It's here, this sound card, yeah. And then Nana virtual. Also, Kyei Mensah, I lost my sound card. I went to Nana. Then he gave me this one at a discount. So most of them, I went into a problem. The June 3rd disaster that happened to me. I had a lot of problems. So people.
That must have been very traumatic.
Yeah, very traumatic. I lost everything that I had. I had 10 cars.
10 cars.
I had 3 buses full of instruments, live band instruments. My own, the cars I have for my wife. At that time, I had relocated to Bukwasi here, and I hadn't completed the house. So in terms of security wise, I was very vulnerable. So I had to leave those things there. And then the inevitable happened on the 3rd of June. I lost everything, including my brother-in-law.
He died?
Yes, he died. So I lost a lot in June, and that was my nemesis.
Wow.
Yeah. I have suffered for the last 10 years. 2 weeks.
This is the 10th anniversary of June 10th?
Yeah, June 10th. I celebrated it last June. And then celebrated my 60th birthday last.
Yeah, you're an October born.
Yeah, 11th of October. I celebrated my 60th. So I'm 60 now.
Still going strong.
Oh yeah, Charlie. There's no retirement in music.
At all?
And then before, Quincy Jones was still producing. So you haven't stopped.
There's no retirement in music?
No, there's no retirement. When I'm feeling bad, I just come and sit here, play my hymns, and Charlie, cry over certain things. Reminisce life, and then Charlie, life goes on.
So these civil servants who are counting the days to when they'll get to 60, you just look at them.
It's a mindset, You should devoid your mind of that kind of situation. Other than that, Charlie, the music is sustaining me because the kind of problems that I went through for the last 10 years, Charlie, you have no idea. You wake up, you be scrolling through your mobile phone to see where you are going to beg. So you see that this man I'm begging last month. So if I come today,
It's too close.
yeah. So you look at the mindset, you be scrolling to see who. Immediately, some of them get your number, Charlie, or whoever says it. But meanwhile, maybe you want to also tell that person something. So
Yes.
It's, when you go to such kind of situation, Charlie, it really baffles a lot. You know, one needs to be very careful when one goes into it. It takes only few people who laugh or have that kind of what we call it symbiotic association with you, that you are, which one derives advantage from the other. That the person is able to receive your call and a whole lot of things. Most of them, Charlie, the guys that I help, whilst I was working with Shell, help them to go abroad. Charlie, none of them, when you call them, Charlie, they will not respond. So they look at who will really help. You know?
The people who are on the ground.
Oh yes,
will help
and
you.
one person that I have to mention is Omahine Kwanasante of Adom T. He was the first person when I had that problem on the duty. He was the first person to call me and then offered the empathy and then send me something for my upkeep. Because I lost everything. The saddest aspect was that I had gotten a contract with these people, Media Alliance, Global Media Alliance. We wanted to bring back Mark Egan's show.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was coordinating. I was supposed to provide the money. We had done the basic, the pilot projects, which was led by Anita Eskin and those kind of things. And then I had to augment my fleet of equipment. So I had gone, all my savings had gone to buy equipment worth almost about, getting to about $1 billion, 100,000 dollars. I bought it on the 1st of June, readied everything for because some people were coming to rehearse in my studio, only for the 3rd June, everything to go.
Because back then your studio was based at
Circle. That's right.
On the way to UTC. On the right.
That's on the right. I mean, you have been there before.
Yes.
So
how close were you to that filling station that was destroyed?
Come again.
There was a filling station that was close to your
yes,
studio.
for that filling station, I used to man that filling station. And there's a story, that's where I saw my wife. The house that I was having my studio was my mother-in-law's house. So she gave it out to us for us to stay there and at the same time work there. I was working at the fuel station. There were now 10, what do you call East Canton Pharmacy.
Yes.
It was a fuel station.
It was.
I was managing there from 1989. So I was relocated to the, what we call it, Ring Road, near the bus stop. There was a Shell fuel station there.
Yes.
I managed there from 1991 up to on the 15th of January 1996 that I stopped, you know. So I was in the fuel business at the same time doing music. And then the inevitable happened on the 3rd of June. I lost everything.
Were you in the studio when the thing happened?
No, I was supposed to go to the studio. I had worked for one man called Samson Dean, African Origin Travels and Tours. I'd done a jingle for him. And this story, I've told it severally. Sometimes people believe in spiritual matters, people also don't believe. Have you heard of this pastor called Obinim?
Yes, I have.
Obinim.
Is it the angel?
Yeah, Angel Obinim. Ras, as we are here, Mr. Kafui, somebody can tell me your story for you to look bad in my eyes, without knowing or coming to even experience you. And that's what people have done to that man. He might have his shortfalls in terms of certain things, but in terms of spirituality, it's good. Apparently, a sound engineer that I had worked for was working for him in the church. And during one of his church service, he said that, Charlie, you have worked with a certain man called Fredyma, yeah. He's going to have a problem between water, fire, and then petrol or something like that. So that's what he said. It's going to happen. So if you can call him for me. Ras, as I'm sitting here, I don't play with my spirituality. You don't know where I come from. You don't know the God I call before coming to sit here. And everybody has something that he relies on. So I never hesitated and then went to the church. He said, gentlemen, something is about to happen to you. But we pray, it involves death. But we pray that the death will be avoided. But definitely it will happen.
Wow.
So on that 3rd June, I had worked for Samson Dean, and he was pressing me to come to the studio to come and give him the final works of the listing. Fortunately, my wife had gone to town. So she called and told me, Fred, don't come to town because I can see the clouds are very heavy. But this man too was pressing me. I said, okay, let me take a walk and then go to the studio. Apparently, my second born too he had completed Prempeh College and I was attending Technology University. So I was about to send him to go to the studio and then get the final product for the man. As soon as he entered the road here, he came back and said, Daddy, something is telling me that I shouldn't go. If my husband had gone, he would have died. And listen to this interview very well. I was about to go from my gate. All of a sudden, I saw like a trance. Like we've been telling to say, sign.
And this was at Circle?
Yeah. You were here. I was about to go to Circle. Because the way the man was giving me pressure, you know, I wanted to go and
finish it.
Yeah, money. But something, I just heard a word like sang, like a winning coming.
And sang means don't go.
Yeah, don't go. So I just had to retreat. And I came to sit on my couch here. Only to find out.
In this room?
No, where
you came in from.
Yeah, where you came in.
Okay.
So I sat down. At that time, the house wasn't completed. And then there was a guy who was taking care of my studio there. Apparently, he had gone to town. And I had informed him that I was coming to the studio. So definitely, he knew that when the raging fire and the storm was happening, he thought I was in the studio. So apparently, he was calling. So as soon as he called and then I picked the phone, he said, "Oh, Radin Yaku from Medawasi. I've thanked God for my brother's life."
And what time was this happening?
That it's around 9:30 to 10 there.
In the night?
Yes, in the night.
That's when the action was happening?
Yeah, he told me, Daddy, everything that you have, your studio is gone, everything is gone. And in the morning when I went there, a lot of dead bodies scattered all around. Everything that I've worked for, all the archival material that I had, those people who came to the front and started pounding my wife's fufu, all of them, the guys, Samini in a school dress coming to my studio, all the archival, I lost everything, including my school certificates and other things. And at the end of the flood, my brother-in-law, who happened to be in the house at that time, also died from the flood.
Your wife's
brother? Brother. So wow. I went through hell and I had to relocate to Obinim's house. He has to house me in his place for 3 years, feeding me and paying my son Kyei Mensah's fees and a whole lot of things.
Angel Obinim?
Yes.
The one who saw what was going to happen?
He's a good man. He's a good man. Because when I went to stay there, he said, we are hypocrites. I saw a lot of the big men in Ghana coming there to consult him. Yeah, and all the consultation that they did, it all went through for them. So I don't joke with him. Because he came through when I was at my lowest ebb.
Yeah, for 3 years? For
3 years. And continue. For 3 years. He made me the sound engineer for his TV station. I had other confrontations from the other workers. They didn't, per my experience, they didn't want me to be there. So they sabotaged me. The man said, "It's okay, fine. Fred, you leave the job. I'll still be paying you." So while I was living in the house, they were still paying me for 3 years until you had that issue with Kennedy Japan, and then it subsided. So Charlie, man has gone through a lot, and if I'm here today, I have to thank my God.
So what does he mean to you? What does Angel mean to you?
He means to me like more than a father and a brother, because he showed love. The time I needed people most, because I had heard a lot of people. People promise, "Oh, Freddie, you have to from us, you buy new things for you. You hear from us." I heard from some of them, but those people that I was expecting, I never heard from them. Yeah. So when you go into certain situations, the silent battles that we fight every day, there are people who are there for you to lose your job. They'll tell you, "Foolish man, you think you can collect all the job in Ghana here?"
Is that,
so, yeah,
is that envy like that?
Yeah, that's there. The music industry know it. It was there, So I thank God that at least by God's grace, the last 3 or 4 years, I was able to have this one through the benevolence of other people who really want to help. Some of my classmates, especially somebody like Dr. Matupuku Prempeh Napo, really helped. He helped me, in bringing me back on my feet, and I'm grateful to him and other people as well. Omahe Commerce, and I've mentioned his name, and a lady called Afia Koto to link me to other people, and then one lady, Whitney Mensah, Whitney too was like a mother to us, and other people around. I mean, I can't mention all of them, but these people seem to resonate with me anytime that I try to tell my story concerning the flood and everything. They were there for me.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
This interview has been years in the making.
Yes.
And welcome to the show. My guest is a legend in the music industry in Ghana. He's a music producer, instrumentalist, and a producer of engineers. Before we get into the conversation, just a reminder that if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, this is the time to do it. At the back end, only 15% of you who watch are actually subscribers. And If you subscribe, hit the notification bell, you will get the opportunity to get alerts when the more content comes and you get to enjoy it. My guest is popularly known as Fredyma. His name is Kyei Mensah. Happy to see you.
Hey, Mr. Kafui.
Good to see you.
Long time, yeah, Charlie. We really see those days that, hey, you're working together.
Yes.
On Shashamali's album Kyei Mensah.
It's been a long time. Yeah,
it's on 24 years ago. Me, yourself, and Maxi.
Yes, indeed.
No, Maxi, hey, wherever you are. Shasha, Charlie, big ups to you. Welcome to my house.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much.
We are recording this interview on the anniversary of the passing of Terry Bonchaka, who died many years ago.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the loss of that particular musician?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I can't remember on that very day, prior to he having that accident, I was at the National Theatre watching him perform backstage with GQ and others. Yeah, I can't remember. He was performing, and then only to be heard from, I think it was BB Mensah who called me and told me that they had accident on the Legon Road. And it's rather unfortunate. I attended the funeral at the Trade Fair site, I can't remember, in October 2003 or so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I attended. It was a loss. A nice guy from Daddy College, most of his classmates are 54% of Joy FM. 54% is classmates at Daddy College. He came out with a very nice music, and I quite remember he and Ayusoba were supposed to come to my studio through Punch, but it never happened. But occasionally, because I was, on top at that time, I mean, everybody knew Fredyma in the Fredyma studio. So I got to know him through JQ and other people who were working with him. That's right.
What do you think he would have been if he had been alive?
Yeah, you see, everybody's unique in his own way. Our character, listen. The kind of star that he brought up was quite unique. It was at that time that hip life was emerging, or it had emerged, because hip life came around 1996 when Reggie Rockstone, the father, Reggie, big ups to you. So a lot of people mimic Reggie Rockstone, and then he brought that kind of raga star into it. If the holding of his leg as Pulele as a distinctive feature in his performance, it was so unique that everywhere that he goes away with his spectacle on board and then his comb in the hair, he had that kind of trade and then a trademark and that kind of branding. So he was very unique, as I said, in his own way, collaborated with a lot of musicians and then came out. Unfortunately, he made his demise at that time, very young at that time. And then a lot of people, I quite remember going to the Trade Fair site, people trooping there to go and pay the last respect. He was laid in state, and then people paying last respect to him. That was what I can remember. It's 2003. It looks like only yesterday, but yeah I can.
That's a lot of years. 22 years.
Because at that time, I think Rita Marley and they had celebrated. Prior to that, they had celebrated Bob Marley something at the Trade Fair. I had gone there also. So it's rather unfortunate that. And when he died, there's a guy called Awudat. He resembles Terry Bonchaka. He wanted to take his place, but he tried. He's been trying. Of late, I've seen him, the social media, trying to mimic Terry Bonchaka. So anytime that guy comes on the chain, then it reminds us of how that young guy from Daddy College blazed the trail in terms of the hip life journey. Charlie, as we say in the Akan language, definitely. There will never be a replacement. There will always be a difference between Choba and restaurant. Similar is not the same, and the 12 and Desmond are not the same. Yeah, so we can have different characters. Albert Einstein has gone. People are now developing from his theory that he proposed. So all these inventions, all this that you see here, are the inventions of Albert Einstein, because that's where that was the fulcrum that a lot of people relied on, and then they built this kind of technology. So Terry Bonchaka is gone. There have been other people. Daddy Lumba has also died. Daddy Kyei has gone. A lot of people have passed through. There's almost of our old musicians. Where is CK Man now? Papa Yanks is not there. Jolaka, H.B. Crystal, Thomas Prempeh. I mean, you name it. A lot of them. This man from Kumasi, Nana Tufo, all of them. Ashanti Brothers. A lot of them that Dr. Kyei just see, all of them have passed. Alaji K. Frimpong, a lot of the musicians, Nanam Padu, I mean, Parabobo, Nanam Pabu. In fact, if you see a lot of the history that I tell about Ghana's music, I got most of the information from Nana Mpadu. Though I live in most of the time, most of the story came from Nana Mpadu and then Smartin Cancer. I imbibe a lot of knowledge from them. Yeah, he gave me a lot of archival materials for me to read the past, how it happened, the music of the 50s, 60s, up to the 70s. In fact, I experienced music. I can visit from 1970, yet when I was about 5 years, I can fully remember because Kumasi, I was staying at Bantama. And Bantama, the proximity from my house to the culture center was just about some few meters. So we used to go Galemwande and then go there and then watch those kind of performances. And then my school, Prempeh College too, was just about some few kilometers from Bantama. So when we walk on Saturdays and come to the culture center, I used to come and watch a lot of people performing, and that's where my interest in terms of music happened. You know.
What would you say is your earliest memory, not even as for music, but as a human being? What do you remember?
Yeah, I remember around 1969.
You should have been about
4 years. Yeah, old. My father taking me to the last rally of Dr. Buzia in our hometown. I can't remember.
The last?
Rally
of Dr. Buzia?
Dr. Buzia.
Okay.
Yeah. You had put me on his leg, you know. I can't remember that one.
So this is Wenchi?
No, in Agogo Santa.
In Agogo?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the last rally around the Santa. He came there. And Father, I can vividly recollect with Dr. Buzia wearing white, yes, with his spectacle on. I can't remember from that age. And then when I was also attending day nursery from Kumasi, Amakom, a place called Amakom Roundabout, Menka Memorial Hotel. That was the house that we were staying. And then my school was behind the Kumasi Sports Stadium. I don't know whether it's by faith. All my primary schools were all behind the Kumasi Sports Stadium. And I had witnessed a lot of, in 1977, when they were rebuilding the Kumasi Sports Stadium. You know, I can't remember a German engineer where a helicopter was supposed to lift this crane and then they'll be fixing the floodlights. Unfortunately, I think it lost balance and then slashed into the engineer. So it cut him into half.
He died?
He died. I witnessed his Philly Gadochi, because my school, Royal International, was just behind the Kumasi Sports Stadium, opposite the Ahmadiyya Secondary School.
The beam fell on him?
Yeah, the beam fell on him and it cut him into pieces. So blood was oozing. I saw it Philly. We had just closed from the classroom. You know.
What was that like? What was that experience like?
It's not an experience that somebody should see. I mean, seeing your fellow human being dying. So you could see him, you know, tackling the knots. Then all of a sudden, the helicopter lost balance and the thing fell. You know, Charlie, no. It became, if you can go on the what the daily said, they refer in 1977 happened in front of me. We had closed from school. So all these are memories that you know I can recollect from my childhood and then we used to also collect tennis balls from the Lemanan Club. If you are going to the cultural center, opposite the Kofanacho Hospital, there's a club there. We used to call it Lemanan Club. They used to play tennis, and as children we used to go there. When the ball falls off from the net, you go and pick them up and then get a token after this thing. So I can't remember all these things. That's right. You
were born in Agogo?
Yes, I was born in Agogo in 1965. My grandfather, Nana Kyei Mensah, was the chief of Agogo from 1935 to 1958. He was a classmate to Nana Ajima Prempeh II.
Okay.
At Bonchaka Presbyterian School. You know, so he was a bit educated, and then he had a lot of wives and then children. My father would have been around the 6th or 7th born or something like that. Yeah, but my grandmother was, I think, the third wife or so. Third wife or so. So I was born in Agogo, and then my father used to work with Glamour. At that time, he was a people teacher.
Was Glamour a supermarket?
Yeah, Glamour. Glamour was that kind of supermarket. So,
pre-mall.
Yeah, that pre-mall. So he located to Kumasi around 1967. So we came to live at Amakom Roundabout. My mother too was working with the State Fishing Corporation.
Okay, what was she doing there?
Yeah, she was selling fish. She was selling fish. So they would bring the fish from Tema via the train. The train was working.
For real?
Yeah, I can just the Kumasi railway station. We used to go there. You know,
so there was a state company for fish?
Oh yes, State Fishing Corporation. I mean, fish available, everything in Kumasi. And then my father was working with Glamour. Fortunately, his uncle was promoted as a manager to the GNTC, Ghana National Trading Corporation. So he employed him at the GNTC. And that's where all this thing began. So in 1972, 73, I was attending Presby Primary B at Agogo for the first 2 years, class 1 and class 2. And I was always first in the class.
What was your favorite subject?
My favorite English, history, science, mathematics too. I was very good. All, Charlie, you can just say. And according to statistics, in 1970 or so, the kind of record that I hold as a people in class 1, none has been able to break that record. Apart from crafts, everything I scored 100. Apart from crafts. So I can't remember they carried me shoulder high in front of the hospital to the chief's palace to pay homage to him. That
So siblings, did you have a large family?
Yes. My mother, we have 6, 5 boys, and then a girl. Initially.
What was your order?
I was the second.
Okay.
But look at this one. In 1983, I had come from Prempeh College on vacation. I came home to meet a gentleman. My father calls me, hey, Kajo, this is your brother. This is your brother. I look at the guy. Charlie, this guy resembles me. Yes, when I was there with your mother, the mother too was there, But the proximity of that guy's mother and house and my father was just about 10-20 minutes.
So your father was playing?
Yeah, playing. So I look at the guy, say, he was born before you, so he's the second born. So I was relegated to the 10th.
Through no fault of yours?
No, through no fault of us. But later on in life, he became, in fact, that's why we being siblings. He was one of my best in terms of, he named his children after me and a whole lot of things. He died, unfortunately, the day, 5 years, that my father was buried on the 11th of August.
Oh.
And then, my father was buried a day after Professor Thomas in 2012.
Well. Oh, may he rest in peace.
That's
What
right.
was your father like? What was the relationship?
So my father, a prince, very handsome and intelligent. My intelligence and I got it from my father. Very handsome. Chalemadi and Manso, you could see the women
they liked him.
So before he died, I thought we were about 9 or so. Before we were about 15. Because every time there was an introduction to the family, and when you see some of them, Charlie,
nobody can tell you that they're not your siblings.
It was an introduction. So we all accepted each other. But the problem was that, in terms of parenting, that's where I lack a lot of things. But the typical Ashanti man, they are consuming with the nephews and the nieces, and that's what really troubled my father.
Because Ashanti is a matrilineal.
Yes, that was the problem that I had with him. He was so concentrated on
his sister's children.
Yes, and they never even helped. That was my problem with my father till he died. In 1975, I was celebrating my 10 years birthday. So I had come from, I told him my school was just behind the Kumasi Sports Stadium, Royal International. And somebody that I slept in the same room, it was Dr. Japan, who is standing for the presidential.
Engineer?
Yeah. We are attending the same school. So my father had a taxi. The number was UR 1377.
You still remember the number?
Yeah, the number. Being driven by one of his brothers. He had passed. And I told him, today's my birthday. Charlie, can't you give me no coffee? He said, no, Charlie, the taxi, I didn't buy the taxi for him. So that's what he told me.
The driver of the taxi?
And my father had a licensed chemical shop around Kumasi, a place called Amakum. Amakum Market.
Yes.
So I had gone there, and apparently his niece was the one who was in charge of the chemical store. I told her, today is my birthday. My father, I understand, he's gone on trek, so I don't have anything. Can you give me something? She said no. Meanwhile, I saw her.
You could see the money.
Yeah, giving money even to her brother. But so there was this woman called Auntie, who used to roast plantain just beside our chemical store. She saw my demeanor in terms of that. In fact, I started even crying. Then she called me Kujo. They call me Kujo. They call me Kujo because in my house, my grandfather, who was a policeman, was relocated to Peki, was transferred to Peki. So he married there. So if you come to my house, we have a vest.
Okay.
Living there.
Nice.
Then we have integrated for the past 80 years.
But why you call Kujo though?
Yeah, so that way Kwajo. So
they made it Kujo because
Kujo.
of the every pronunciation.
That's how they call me.
Okay. So you were born on a Monday?
Yes, I was born on Monday.
Okay.
So they call me. The woman called me. What's the problem? I told her it's okay. So she gave me some of the roasted plantain plus granite, and then put money. Then I went back to school. Later in life, when things had been very good to me, I wanted to go and bless the woman. I really went there and told Auntie, Issy has died.
How did you feel about that?
Charlie, I was crying there, and some of the women who were there said, Kolawe, remember this guy, this one boy, yay. And when you say, we see him on TV, I was crying.
Wow, it really meant a lot to you.
I wanted to do good to Auntie because he saved me that day. Apparently, people knew, your father was working at GNT, and GNT at that time.
It's a big company.
Big provision shop, they were supplying provision because in 1979 when Rollins came, they were supplying provisions. And then people knowing that at least this one day, my birthday, I was going to celebrate it only for me to have that kind of. So my childhood experience in terms of the nephews and nieces didn't really help.
Do you resent that matrilineal system?
It's good, but however, now the status quo is changing, you know.
So are you looking out for your sister's children?
No, for now. But I'll help them.
Okay.
But my children first.
Okay.
Yeah, I've made so many mistakes. My children first. I'm telling you. Because the kind of suffering that I had on my 10th June, none of my siblings. It was later than some of them through shame and they started, buying one or two things from Charlie. So my children, at least, they came from my
your loins.
Them and my loins.
Yes.
So definitely they will have pity on me when I'm there. So that's what my consultation. But as tradition demands, you can't really absorb that kind of thing from definitely one or two things. Still, I've been helping some of them, but my children first. When you call me that you don't have money, I have to make sure that my children have gotten the money before I give someone. So those kind of things really departed me from my father. So in 1979-80, that's where I started, spending holidays in Accra because I had an auntie who was a teacher and then living at Abelimpe. Abelimpe was a new settlement around that time. So it's a waterlogged area around the railway line area. So I used to come and spend the holidays. That's where when I came, they were shooting the film Love Read in the African port. And I had a chance to observe some of the scenes at the Raka market. I can't remember 45 years ago. Yeah, 45 years ago. I can't remember Kwawansa. So I used to come and spend holidays in Accra.
So that was your first introduction to Accra?
Yes, Accra. My mother had told me that she had brought me here, but I couldn't
remember.
Remember. But my first remembrance, and my first step in Accra at that time was Caprice. Caprice. What they call it, Caprice. That very place. But the first time I stepped out on the soil of Accra.
How about Mama? I mean, what was your relationship like with your mom?
My mom, yes, she had problems with my father because of the numerous women who were coming before.
How many women?
Charlie, I can even visit about 10 yeah. Because every time that I came from school, I had a stepmother. My mother couldn't take that one. He has to relocate to our hometown, Agogo. So the marriage became like, okay, my father is staying in Kumasi, my mother is in Agogo. You come there, do all what they want to do, and then come back. So I was living with my father in Kumasi, plus other stepmothers.
So you didn't really have a close relationship with your mother when you were young?
Yes. No, in fact, most of the holidays, I had to spend it in Agogo. And then other Kumasi or Agogo, but I spent it most of them in Agogo, those times when I was a child. And then there was this soap for Apino soap.
Yes. Apiamenka.
Yeah. I was a vendor. My mother was a vendor. In the early days of the 79 revolution to the 80 revolution.
You were selling soap?
Yeah, I was selling soap.
How are your operations? How did you?
So after school, vacation, when people were going for vacation classes, Charlie, if you're here, things were not good. I'm telling you. Because my father at that time, he had been sacked from he was against the revolution. So people went to report him. We were staying around Ofori Krumangologa area. And that area was a typical PNDC and area. So they reported him that he was jubilating around some time, and then.
Well, why do you think he was against the revolution?
But the democracy 79, we had just entered the democracy when Rollins handed over on the 24th to Lehman. So he didn't understand why Rollins had to come back again. 81. So when the Joa coup came, my father celebrated and Charlie became an issue, and we paid a price for it because he lost his job. He had nothing to do, so I had to go after school from Prempeh College. These are people coming to Accra for holidays. I would go to Agogo. Go and buy Pinot to send it to Afram Plains, then sell.
You went from Agogo to Afram Plains? What was that journey like?
Yeah, Charlie,
how do you go?
By foot, sometimes by tractor. 18-15 kilometers, we walk. Yeah, so sometimes I carry the soap. Pinot soap.
By tractor?
Yeah, tractor.
You sit on a tractor?
Farm tractor.
From Agogo to?
Yeah, the road, it was just a pass.
How long is that trip?
About 15 kilometers or so. You walk. I'm telling you, it's like from here to Abeka Junction. You have to walk. Carrying the distance.
Who were your customers?
Oh, the local stuff, jalapeno soap, and that one used to foam. The foam for lather, you used to lather. So people really love it. So I was a vendor, and then later on.
Did you say that was your first job?
My first job was selling Christmas balloons. Yeah, as a child, yes, I would go to once you're doing. I can't remember around when I was 10 years, 11 years. The little money that I would save, I'll go and buy balloons, then take it to my hometown. So in my hometown during Christmas, you see me setting up balloons. Yeah, could your balloons even if you were buying?
Were you in a monopoly? Were you the only one selling balloons? You cleared the bucket.
Oh, I cleared the bucket. And I thank God for this. Despite all the hardships that I've gone through since my childhood, I have never woken up and said I have penniless. At least there's always something.
Something in the pocket inside.
I'm somebody who takes advantage and then take risks in other areas, So I vended, and then when I completed school, it was here that a cousin of mine, may God bless him, Mr. Fred Taylor, formerly of Ghana Airways. His mother is the eldest, and my mother came, I think, 4. He adopted me. I was brilliant, all right. So he wanted me to go to the medical school after 6-4.
Did you want to be a doctor?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, because I was very good at sciences and a whole lot of things. But I got frustrated when I was in the 6th form.
Why?
I didn't even just stop. I got frustrated.
You went to Prempeh College?
Yeah.
Is that a school that you wanted to go to?
Yes. I wanted to go to Achimota.
Okay.
Because I had a crush, in our classroom. I had a crush on somebody.
Who went to Achimota?
Yeah, I won't mention her name.
Oh, why not?
I had a crush.
So you're going to follow this woman to school?
Yeah, I'm going to follow her, and then I wanted to also go to Fancy Film.
Okay.
But a teacher was
there another crash in the first? No, that's
Fancy
boys'
there because of the Commonwealth Japan. Commonwealth Japan had the highest score in his component, and I also had the same kind of this thing.
So you want to go with him?
Yeah. So my teacher who was filling the forms, that man, he had a third eye. It's called Mr. Kyei Mensah. Any prediction that he gave came to people. So he called me one day and said, Kyei Mensah, I've been in the local language. You are very brilliant.
You're good.
But I don't see you becoming a doctor. He told me, I've seen 70, he started this prediction 75.
When you were like 10?
Yes. You're very brilliant, but I don't see you becoming a doctor. You try, but you don't see you becoming. I've seen you as if you are playing keyboards and something like television. At that time, so as I'm sitting here, Charlie, power day. The man told me that it is music that's going to open me up. I will try all other work with other, but music was what going to.
And this is 75 when you were 10?
10.
What was your exposure to music at that time?
My exposure was that my grandfather, on my maternal side, was a trumpeter at the Agogo Presbyterian Church. Nana Asiru. Yeah. He was a trumpeter. So we took inspiration from music. My mother was in the choir at the same time. Everybody in our house sings. That's why you see my son Kyei Mensah singing. I mean, if you go into the basis and the realities of spirituality, people tell me that my son's music, the way he sings, comes from my side.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the local Presbyterian Church, this is what really happened. I have an uncle called Nana Bujay. He knew how to play the guitar, he knew how to play the keys. So we will just bypass the church and then go to the, what we call it, the church upper room, where the keyboard was located. And if you can reminisce life, those days, all the keyboards that they were using was that kind of the harmonium and
yes,
kind of.
Yes,
so
organ
if you get spoiled, repairing them was a problem. So they never allowed any of the church members to learn.
Don't touch.
And that was the problem that the Presbyterian Church faced. So if you look into the reality of life, most of the keyboardists at that time, either their fathers were the headmasters of the school who had access,
yes,
diplomas,
yes,
lawyers, catechists, the choir master. So if you look at somebody like Besa, the father was this, who had access. But Fishian, the father was the Dabraka Methodist. They were the. So most of Kosiobo, the late Kosiobo used to do for. Kalasachi father was a lawyer. Testimony, they had piano in the house. But that's any of all of them.
So you needed access before you could play.
So I was playing them one day, and when the pastor called, he had forgotten the name to come.
He caught you?
Yes.
How old were you then?
I was there about 11 or so. Sacked me. Later on, we saw his son who was playing the thing. So when we learned the thing by force, we never gave our attention to the church.
Yeah, because they didn't help you.
They didn't help. And I think they have regretted it. They could have produced. Look,
a lot of keyboardists.
I'm telling you, because Agogo Presbyterian Church had the privilege of having so many keyboards because of the training college, the hospital, and a whole lot of. So there were a lot of the pianos dotted around. They could have encouraged them, but it's only the minister.
So you learned the thing in hiding?
Yes, in hiding. It was until when I went to Prempeh College, that middle studio, Dominic Ansasari,
yes,
whose father was our music tutor, and Ansasari was my junior. So in order to learn, I had to be a slave.
Explain.
So Ansasari was playing for a church. I was in the later days or some other American church. At once called a place called Patasi. The proximity from Prempeh College to Patasi was just about 1 kilometer or 500 meters. So every Sunday after church service, there was a Casio keyboard. I used to carry it and then we go and then he plays. So while playing, he would show me the rudiments. Like, oh, this is key F and those kind of things.
Where's the slave element?
Because he was my junior, I have to carry the keyboard. You want to learn something?
You have to go.
You have to go.
Humble yourself.
Yes. So there was this teacher who came from Cape Coast. Uncle Ebo, he died. He's the brother-in-law to Bessa. He was the guy who brought vibrancy into the music system in Prempeh College. There was another master, Mr. Boache. Mr. Boache came from my hometown, but he didn't make music attractive to us.
In what
always
way?
beating ta. We didn't know what he was teaching, beating the people. So it was Uncle Ebo who came there and then brought this guy out. If you go and search for Ni Amano, one of the prolific keyboardists who accompanied Resoma. When Kool and the Gang came to Ghana in 1992, he played alongside. He's one of the best pianists in the world. And I understand he's a dentist now, he's in the US. So through Uncle Ebo, he was able to, ginger some of us.
How did he make the music interesting?
Very, very interesting. He chose the basic things.
So that you can play a tune?
Yes, a tune. No, because the tone, semitone, we never even understood those kind of things. And the keys, you tell, okay, wait, you should press this one. No, he wasn't teaching that well. So it was Ansasari who gave me that kind of formative ideas. And then I bought books also for myself.
Music books?
Yeah, fortunately, the man that I was saying that is my cousin, Fred Taylor, he had bought a small Casio keyboard. So anytime that I came for holidays, we were staying at the Prempeh College, I'll make sure that I dedicate about 3 hours trying to learn. Oh, okay, so when you play this one, and you go here, this is how it sounds. Oh, okay. So I was doing
What was inspiring you? Why did you take such an interest in music?
I joined the school choir. I was singing.
Is that where the former vice presidential candidate MPP was?
Napo and I were in the school choir.
He was in what kind of voice does he have? Did he have back then?
Yeah, alto.
He was an alto.
Yeah, and I was singing tenor.
Okay.
And then the Dr. Daddy Lumba, he's a well famous what is facial? How do they
maxillofacial?
Yeah.
Facial
Dr. Daddy Lumba, he was singing treble.
I see.
Yeah, treble. And then Dr. Gerald Dav to treble. We had a very good, nice choir. And Mido documentary, Ansasari was playing the keyboard. One of the best. Mido, wherever you are, God bless you. Forgive me. That kind of.
So were there competitions? Were there like choral competitions around?
Oh yes, around that time. I can't remember Uncle Ebo taking us to Ashanti, the late to Tunfo Pokware for us to sing for him, Kumasi Technica. Most of the weddings.
You went to sing in Mensah?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Totally nostalgic, man. And then I think one of his children also was having a wedding at Kumasi Technical Institute. We also went there, he called us. He was using us for most of his programs.
So you met the king?
Oh yes, we met the king before. In fact, I had pictures, but unfortunately I've lost all. There were 2 football. We sang, and then quite as through Makali Church to the man was a Makali Uncle Ebo. He will also take us there together with Andy Akoto of KPMG. Andy Akoto, yeah, he was also part of our school choir, and then a whole lot of other.
So while you were learning all this in school, what kind of music were you listening to on the radio that was impacting you?
Highlife music was one. I love Highlife because in 1978, as I'm saying, the Christmas of 1978 was celebrated with the song from Ashanti Brothers called Onye Kai Who Say Uyonko Danunda. I will love way. And then around 1979, get into it. Joaka also came with Asujin, And then let me tell you the story. From 75, I had enjoyed music because my father was taking me to the Kingsway Hotel in Kumasi. Anytime on Friday, you invite me. Can you come? So I go and see them seeing the Noble Kings playing. So I had an interest there. It was there that even I saw the 4th Dimension where George Daku was playing the guitar. So there was a song called Yedi Nampa Bo, Yedi Nampa Akrachi. There's a story behind it. most of the bands playing in Kumasi had good instruments. Because Dr. Kyei was selling the instrument. So one of the bands in Ghana which had a very good instrument was Dr. Kye's band. And the Fourth Dimension, because it was an army band, most of the instruments were, were not in good condition. So
the army rather?
Yeah. Fourth Dimension, 2 BN.
2 BN,
or was it 4 BN or
one of the battalions.
Yeah, battalions in Kumasi. They were having that. And I understand their music instrument wasn't good. So the General Champion bought them a new instrument.
Oh, nice.
So they had to come from there. It means you have bought new instruments.
Stuff.
I catch you from all those people who are using old
Sell out of the way. We're coming with new stuff.
So that interest developed. That music interest developed. In 1975 to Kyei Mensah. Bibi Ribo.
Yes.
He had released that album. And it caught the attention of everybody. Every place that you go, they play.
Was Boswell on that album?
Boswell. That's the Boswell. And then 1976, Prince Nico Mbaga and the Rock Cafe Jazz brought Sweet Mother.
Sweet Mother.
And that was the evolution of Ghana music in terms of people using tape recorders on their shoulders playing Sweet Mother.
And walking around.
Walking around, man. Standing with your band.
With your
guarantee.
Big shoes. And afro,
man,
right?
Afro. Life was good then.
You had an afro then?
Oh, yeah, I have afro, man. Oh, my God. I've lost all those pictures. I should have shown you in my spectacular as a young boy.
Oh, those were great days.
And then, Alaji K-Tripon also came out with Chinchem Yeduma in 77. And then because at that time, 77 to 78, that was where we were going to have the African Cup of Nations, where we won. Yes. So, Tali big name. For General Champo, he did something good. Wow.
Were you in Kumasi when we won the
Oh, yes, I was there. I watched.
You watched the game?
Recently, when Sarkodie went to Kumasi, the very place that the audience were sitting, or the crowd were sitting, I had even gone there to watch a match between Asante Kotoko and House of Hope, where some people died. So it brought some nostalgic moment, when I saw Sarkodie performing around that year.
Which team were you support? Which team were you supporting? Kotoko, straight up.
And I was a ball boy too in Kumasi.
You were?
Because around 73, 74, we used to catch balls for the likes of Chen Chen, Abdul Razak, Pukwafi,
You met all these players?
Oh, yes. A classmate of mine called Nketia, his father, Mr. Nketia, was the manager for the National Sports Council at the sports stadium. So our school too was just behind the sports stadium. So anytime that we close, we see Kotoko players having their.
Did you talk to any of them?
Oh, I can't remember. One of them was dating a woman that we were staying with in
Kumasi.
Kumasi, yes. I can't remember. At least we talked to them.
Yeah.
Now, Razak, for instance, young boy, golden boy.
Wow.
He had this, Charlie, you talked to all of them.
Great days.
And he gave this and all of them. So I've been a football enthusiast until that 78 thing happened. So most of this music, it resonated then in the 80s. So it was when the revolution came in 1980 that a lot of them surged.
Where were you when the coup happened in 79, June 4th?
79, June 4th, it was on Monday. I had gone to Pokuwari school to visit a friend. And then we came back on Monday. We were supposed to have 10 vacation classes. And then it happened. It was raining in Kumasi. I can't remember, it was raining. And then everything was cool. I think 4 or 5 days later, Rollins came to Kumasi.
So that's the first time you saw him?
Yeah, I saw him. There was an artist around a place called Asim Boys, Joe Atta. He sketched Rollins, Charlie, the fine art, and presented it to him. So, DJ, and then something happened to me. So at that time, video wasn't around. We were watching Twe. If you have
12 o'clock movie
at the Rex Cinema. So here in June, I think later part in June, I was going to watch 5 Charlie Masters with Jackie Chan and Alexander Fushen. I can't remember. They were going to watch. And then I was holding my school bag. So in Kumasi, when you're going to watch the cinema, the Rex Cinema, there are somebody there they call Guru Boys.
Is this weekdays?
Yes,
weekdays. They were showing movies at 12.
12. So if you are working 12 o'clock, you can come and watch your movie. By 1 o'clock, you close.
Then you go back to. So you use your lunch break to watch a movie.
That's right. Watch a movie. So 12, I'm going to work 12. And apparently, at that time, cigarette was an essential commodity. So those vending cigarettes had to hide them. And I had placed my bag in a queue and said I was going to buy a watch at the Prempeh Assembly just after the Rex Cinema. And just opposite there's a police station, Jingle police station. So while leaving the queue and putting my bag there, a guy who was vending the cigarette saw that there was something they call scatter. The
police were coming?
Yeah, the police and the soldiers came, search around because they had a hint that people were selling
Cigarettes.
And that place too used to be a place called one pound station. That's where a lot of the people want to travel from Kumasi to Accra. That time there were no VIP bus, and a few people also coming from Kumasi to Accra.
So this is a Peugeot caravan.
Yes, that caravan. That was the place.
504 caravan.
And then one guy hit his cigarette into my back, in my mouth. While doing that, a woman who was also selling toffee saw it. So immediately I came in and picked the bag. One young soldier cocked his gun. Hey, gentleman, stop. Let me search you. They searched my bag and there to find a cigarette. Calf, this that I'm telling you, is like a joke. But for the man who was leading them to say stop, I would have been killed. They were ready to shoot and kill anybody because they can't get the smoke to get the smoke. And for me, in my bag, they had this kind of packet. No, Charlie.
And this is 79?
79.
So you were like 14,
yes,
13, 14.
Charlie.
Whoa. What was going through your mind when you heard the cocking of the gun?
They beat me rough.
Oh, they beat you?
They beat me. And they sent me to, what do we call it? Zongo police station. So this CID man said, per experience, anyone who vended cigarettes, if you are taking them out, if you're doing it for a long time, the scent sticks on your fingertips. So they asked him to just smell it with fingertips, and then he said, no, I wasn't the one.
Guy doesn't smoke.
And the woman came to corroborate my story that no, I wasn't the one, but it was rather
she saw the person put it in your bag.
I would have been killed. 17. I can't remember.
Wow. What was the Zongo police station like when you entered there?
Master, forget it. Because at that time, most of these women have been whipped. I don't want to go there, Charlie. It's something that was part of our history. You just forget it then.
So you entered the police station, and then what do you see?
A lot of people have been taken to the coolest. They were there, innocent. There was one army officer who had gone to, I think, Congo or so, and he had his nose blown. I understand, a bomb. And then, so he had an artificial nose, which looked so big in the face. What besides you? Where you go and then you see him and then start laughing. Hey, my brother. And Prempeh College, so at that time I was cool. The proximity with that one and 2 billion, yes. Just at this time we are sharing the same wall. So you see all of these soldiers. I witnessed Odifo Asare's, what do we call it? The killing of Odifo Asare. And unfortunately,
who was Odifo Asare?
Odifo Asare was a prophet in Kumasi, where Accra House of Folk and Kotoko were supposed to play on that day, and then we had something that we call communal labor at that time, revolution. That every Sunday people should go and then clean their gutters. And while performing at the church, some of the soldiers came there and told him and the congregants that they should go out and then clean the gutters. And he said, oh, let me finish doing my church service. When I finish, it erupted into a fight, and then shootings came in, and they killed one of the army officers. And once it turned bloody at that time, they searched for the man, dragged him, and then tied him beside a vehicle, and then drove him around the streets of Kiyitia. Killed him, and then burned him as well. It was so nasty.
There was a lot of things that happened.
Yeah, so most of the nightlife, because there was curfew. And you know, Comrade Japan's father too, on the 30th of June, had then 82. Gone to know Lumba. Lumba was in Dugabin Secondary School. I was in Prempeh College. I had cousins who were in Dwabin Secondary School. I used to gallivant from Prempeh College to Dwabin Secondary School.
Wow. Was he into music then also?
Yes, he was also into music. He was also doing music there. So it was then that my cousins introduced me that, oh, this is about he's in Prempeh College. He's also in the school choir. And Lumba too was in the school choir. So that was where the friendship of Lumba and I came together.
Was he called Lumba then?
Yes, it was called Child Kojofusu. But Lumba, apparently, there are two versions that he told me. There was a church called Lumba Obu, which was in Kumasi, which he did like them. And then Patrice Lumumba of
Congo.
Yeah. You know, so some of the South Africans had a song called Lumumba. And while singing that song, people called him that name. But he corroborated them that both stories are true. So that way he had the name Lumba. So I knew Lumba as a guy who was wearing the school uniform.
Nika.
Yeah. And so that way we strike acquaintance. And we planned to come on the 1st July. You know, 1st July those days, we're having the Labadi Beach Fiesta, if you can remember. Then, unfortunately, on the 30th of June,
Comrade Japan's father was killed.
It was dead. And the Comrade Japan's brother was also in Prempeh College. Comrade Japan also, yeah. He was also in Prempeh College. So you can see the devastating effect on that day. So Lumba and I postponed our trip to Accra to come here and attend the Fair July. So that moment, a lot of the musicians sojourned. So that's where in 1984 the Akutubofo came, and then the era of digital music started. With the likes of Chasamwa introducing most of the Ghanaians to Bodo Steiger and other people, and that's where,
I hope you're enjoying the conversation with Fredyma, Kyei Mensah, looking at his life through the lens of music. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the time to do it. So you finished Prempeh College, and what is your plan?
So the plan was
did you go to sixth form?
Yes.
Also in Prempeh College?
Yes.
So you did 7 years in Prempeh College. What was your highlight of Prempeh College?
It's a good school. Prempeh College is a good school. The scenery, in terms of the green atmosphere, very, very quite commendable.
Who was your best friend?
My best friend was called Kamna Sabri. Kamna Sabri. I named my second child after him.
Why did you guys click?
Yes. My father was called Asabri. So the very day that we entered Prempeh College, the same house, PSC house, when we called him Kamna Asabri. My father was Asabri. So the name Asabri we donated, and I said, Fortunately, the house that we were living to, they were living there with some of my aunts, which I didn't know from the town. So from there, we became very, very, very good friends. So that we left school. And then, though Napo and others, we are also in the same class. The owner of Happy FM, and his Boating, and then, and his Boating was my classmate. And then his brother, who owns Media Alliance, he was our senior. And I quite remember falling sick one day, and he attended to me as a health prophet. He saved my life. Edward Boating, Edward, wherever you are, God bless you. And then on campus, we met this man, Penyu Kwejuchere, the famous marriage counselor. He was a music tutor. And then, boys' school to Chale. They will bring you very beautiful women for them to come and teach you. And there's one woman, Miss Jumfo, wherever you are, Miss Jumfo, God bless you, very beautiful woman.
What is beauty? When you say somebody beautiful, I don't know. I mean, describe a beautiful woman.
The beautiful facial expression, the body language, the backside, the backlist, and the stand chart, all of them were there. So if you see, nobody would like to miss her class. Because if they are studying the writing on the board, you see the thing.
Full inspiration.
Oh, very inspiration. So a lot of us took inspiration from there when we married. If you see some of our women, you
just were thinking about your teacher and said, we'll buy a woman like this.
There was one woman to Miss Eya, God bless you wherever you are. I don't know whether she's still alive. She was one woman who really helped me on campus.
In what way?
Yeah, in what way that she was our little teacher. And at that time, as I told you, my father was working with dentists, so I used to get provisions for her. And then I also go to the house and then help her with the household chores. After you, at least you are in Prempeh College, you chopping fufu. Good food. And good food and a whole lot of things, And also, she also helped me in that direction with a lot of other masters. And then the kind of relationship that we had, my best friend, one of them was also Brad Hafia. But the kind of coexistence that really happened. Some people coming from the north, Volta region, all facets of life, we all sleeping together, eating together.
Boarding school.
Yes, boarding school. Yeah, Kalanda, and Nikwe. Oh, Charlie, a lot of guys from all over. A lot of people also came from Teshi, Lungwa, and then Accra. There are a lot of guys in Prempeh College.
You guys still hang around.
Yeah, we hang around.
Meet your year group.
Yeah, we have year group. We have them, having all those kind of things, So we meet a lot, and then doing funerals. Now that most of them are getting to that age. We move at funerals, and then on our pages we also discuss and reminisce life. Most of them too have died. A lot of the classmates have died, and a whole lot of things. So sometimes when you see behind, and then reminisce life in Prempeh College, those days, things were good. Because staying with somebody for almost 7 years and a whole lot of things.
You get to know them very well.
Get very well. So that's why living school is not like these days, 3 years. You have gone. So most of the classmates don't know. But I know every senior if I see them. Until maybe the facial expression change, the beard and a whole lot of things. But if I were able to mention, I would mention one died. It's called Kotoro. It's part of the East Legon club. Yeah, China Kotoro was in the OT house. He just died last year. What
was your nickname?
Kyei Mensah, they call me, but Zagawalata.
Zagawalata.
Zagawalata. Asari used to call me Zagawalata.
Why?
There was a band called Zagawalata. And then this man who used to be an MVP, Senior Crab. Senior Crab was my senior. I remember when we went to form he punished us. he drew a car, the access to the time the car will leave, that's the way we should also get up. The qualifies me. And then the former chief of army staff, upon Prempeh.
Did the car leave?
No. Really. You know, upon Prempeh to the former, I have a story with him. One day we were at prep. And then, you know, at that time there was no internet. So our basic form of entertainment was maybe having a magazine.
Yes.
And then a Russian friend of mine called Mark Kotia, the mother is a Russian, the father is an Ashanti. We were at prep. It was almost about 10 minutes to 9. So we had, you know, learned so much, and then we wanted to just explore certain things. And we were looking at the magazine. Unfortunately, the page that we went to look was a woman wearing a bikini. And then Major General Prempeh was on duty as a sixth former. Then came to meet us and said, what are you watching? He saw actually or punish her off. He punished her, but I learned something from that. After punishing us, he also took us to his room, gave us Gary and Shito, in addition, plus sardines, you know. So later on, I think I saw him at Akramos sometime. I said, senior, you save our lives. So no wonder he was the only 4-star general, the kind of discipline that he imbibed in us really.
Right from back then.
Yeah, back then, really have.
So you did 7 years of Prempeh College. What was your A-level results like?
It wasn't all that refreshing.
What refreshing?
I can't go into but
what subjects did you do?
Oh, I did physics, chemistry, biology, and then general paper.
You're on your way to becoming a doctor.
Oh yes.
Which result really shocked you?
Biology. Biology really shocked me. But as I said, my cousin who was working with Ghana Airways was able to secure a school in Germany for me. Despite all my results, he was able to secure.
So you didn't have to rewrite?
Oh no.
You didn't do the Second World War?
I didn't. So along the line, frustration set up.
Did you go to Germany?
I didn't go.
Why not?
He went to Germany and then had a school, right? But in terms of the money that they were demanding, he had also just been transferred to the place as the manager of Ghana Airways. So the kind of money that they were looking for, we had to use that money to establish a fuel business. That's why I became the manager of the Shell fuel business.
Which station?
Shell fuel station at the present day East Cantonments at Circle, and they later transferred to Ring Road.
Are those stations still there?
Yeah, they are still there. But
Shell?
But no. The one at Circle, just after the GCB Tower has been bought by East Cantonments Pharmacy.
Okay.
That's where it is located. It was a Shell fuel station.
Okay.
That place used to be called the £1 station. And then the one at the bus stop has been bought by some something fuel station.
Which bus stop? Bus stop.
Ring Road. Restaurant, yeah.
Ring Road.
Yeah, the fuel station.
Yes. There's a new.
I was managing
brand
there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was managing there from 1990 to 1996.
How did you get the job?
Okay, as I was telling you, my cousin, the money that he wanted to send me abroad for the medical school, that's where he invested in. And then when I was working with Charlotte at the Circle fuel station, we had good sales. So they promoted me to the Ring Road for me to also handle that place. And another person takes place at it was my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you know about managing a fuel station?
Well, I attended what we call it refresher course from Shell, yeah, which was done at the Golden Tulip then. It was there called Continental Hotel or something. That's what those days. Yeah. So I had training and in fact, I was one of the best managers in terms of the youngest manager to manage a Shell at that time. And then I won a lot of laurels in terms of housekeeping, safety, and a whole lot of things. We're doing business.
How did you prevent fraud?
Fraud?
Yes, from like attendants who would like to swerve.
Yes.
Did you have such?
We had such experience. But
how did they try to pull a fast one over you?
This is how they do. They will connect with the drivers, give them fuel, and then when they are coming to make the sales, the morning sales that they did, then they will just put that one into, and then still run. So there was always a debt.
I don't understand.
Okay, so for instance, today I have sold a couple of letters, maybe 10 letters. They are supposed to account the 10 letters for me. They will account it all right. But the 10 letters that they are giving to the money, it's also part of the morning sales that they are really. So there was always
mixing.
Yes, always mixing. So sometimes what we have to do is that take just a snapshot of what they are doing. Just go there and tell them, "Look, give me the money right now," and then you just take the meter and then deduct it from the previous this and then calculate. When you calculate, then you find out they will tell you, that way we GB, that way we GB, and those people who were transporting the fuel from Tema, you know, petrol is volatile.
Yes.
So definitely, in terms of the 18 kilometers that the person, they have to also do something on top. They will bypass and go to a shaman area and then take some of the fuel.
How are you finding these people out?
Charlie, you had a camera, you have to measure them. Before you finish selling the fuel, you've lost.
Did you ever fire any people?
Oh, we reported some of them. Some of them to, it was risky. Some of them to Charlie will come, you see that Charlie, you get a lot of profit from this thing. There are a lot of, those were the days that Kwesibocho will come on TV and say that the fuel prices have been increased.
Secretary for Finance.
Yes, today. So if you are lucky for you to have fuel in your this in tanks,
then you are gone.
Oh, Charlie, man, you are gone. If not, you have to find money to replace. And that's why a lot of the fuel station managers died.
They died, eh?
Yeah, they died. It was stressful.
What was a typical day for you? How did your day start as a fuel manager?
Okay, so as a fuel station, I wake up around 5:30 to 6.
Then where were you living?
I was living at Latibia Koshi.
Okay.
I had they had bought me a small Hyundai vehicle. So I would drive in, and then later I bought my Morris Mini Minor. So I come there, then take stock of what was happening. We have something that we call the sales, this thing. So I'll log in. When I'm going, I'll take the meter, log in, and then come back. The guys had a way of adjusting the meter, especially when somebody comes to buy relative to a baby. If the person is buying 10 CDs and buys 1 CD, they will not close the 1 CD. It will be there. So when you come there and come and buy, they will just add
it to it.
Yes.
Who were these guys?
The full attendance, So Standard Board had a way of coming to measure. With that, they will come and then measure your distance and see whether it falls short of the 4.5 approved liters that is supposed to be 1 gallon. And we passed through all this, but I was able to work in. I'll make profits till on the 15th of January. The gin and disease that had to really stop and then come and concentrate on my studio business because I was still doing it.
You were doing music?
Yeah, music at the same time.
So did you have a studio back then?
Yes, I had a studio back then.
When did you start the studio?
Yeah, that I started in my bedroom. Listen to it very well. In Latibia Koshi, around 1988.
Before you even joined Shell?
Yeah, but meanwhile, I had started the sound engineering in Kumasi already before track.
Oh, you started sound engineering in Kumasi?
That's
after Prempeh College?
Yes.
So who was your first master who you learned from?
That man, he was attending this church that I just mentioned.
Lumba.
Yeah. So he had a 4-track, and we were working demos for a lot of people. That's where I used. And then I bought books for myself. I bought books for myself.
Who did you record demos for back then? Can you remember?
Back then, it's a lot of. Fredyma was one. Kafui Dey, a lot of them. That's a lot of them.
This is like late 80s.
No, the late 80s. I started with this lady called Selena Ollins, I think.
A gospel woman?
Yes. Yeah, so this lady.
Selena
Ollins, yes.
From who bought Jesus?
She was the first girl that I discovered in 1988. And then later on when I sent Fredyma to Lumba, that the day that Lumba came to my house, we were playing Christmas carols and then she was singing. So then Lumba said, after he has produced Fredyma, she was the next to produce. So she's now domiciled in the UK.
Still singing?
Yes, she's still singing. Very powerful. So this is my first discovery. 1988. She was the first girl that I recorded. Yes. And then this Samuel Osu, some Abuja Chikra, and saying my for her. He too came to the person who was producing Nana Boyesiama came to rent my keyboard for them to use it in producing that song in 1991. Yeah, Zongo Junction.
Yes.
Rusanabo Studio.
Yes, but then you were in Accra.
Yes.
Because your first job started in 1990.
It started in 1989.
Okay.
But I was living in Latibia Koshi because I relocated to Accra after my 6-4. That's right. So that's where my listening started.
So how are you handling your time? Because you are working in the day as a fuel manager.
Yeah.
When were you recording? At night?
Maybe at night or maybe during the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah, weekend and Saturday.
You didn't go to work at the fuel station during weekends?
I will go, but maybe in the afternoons or something like that. Especially on Sundays, I will go to church and then maybe go there later in the day. Later in the day, because the business wasn't that brisk during those hours.
But you decided 96 that you were going to stop.
Yeah, 50. Something happened. You know,
What happened?
When you are in family business, there are a lot of things. Sometimes when you are even buying something, you think that everything that you are having comes from
the family
place.
business.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I had also invested in certain things that when I had the money, I had also invested in the studio. Unfortunately, in 1992-93, I was the only person having 3 Atari computers.
This is the technology for recording.
Yes, Sami Amani will come and rent it. Zabalet will come and rent it. My studio became the reference point in terms of where people were doing their programming.
Was it still called Fredyma?
Yes, Fredyma. Fredyma was housed in 1990 when I had my wife. You know, we met in 1989, so we've been together for 36 years. So my name is Fred, and she is Emma. So Fred and Emma, Fredyma. That's where we registered.
Who were you named after, though, Fred?
I was named after a German doctor who came to our hospital, Fred. Kyei Mensah, and Kyei Mensah from my father. You know, so that's what.
So you set up Fredyma?
Yeah, I set up Fredyma
from your bedroom.
From my bedroom, and then we came to Adabraka, where my studio, where you came for it.
Yes.
In a small place. That place belonged to my mother-in-law, the house.
Yes.
So she gave it to us, and then later on she gave me the other room too, where we did Shashamali's work.
And that was close to the.
Yeah, close. All the down buildings. My mother-in-law gave it to me to establish my. So I had a place that had my instruments there, where people could you know come and then rehearse. Most of Kwamna and Alka, they were rehearsing there.
From there.
Yeah, from.
How did you resign from Shell? How did you tell them?
Yeah, but it was a family business, and then on the 15th of January, I think capital intensive. It was capital intensive, and then the dwindling fortunes of the fuel business. You know, a lot of people were dying from it. Business wasn't so good. And I think they thought that maybe I was not pulling my weight, you know, so I had to resign from the listing for us to have peace in our family.
How did the family feel when you made that decision?
Some of them felt disappointed. Family too were happy. Oh yeah. Some of the family members were reporting me. It's a whole lot. Something I don't want. It's past, but I don't want to.
It's still painful. Does it still hurt you?
Sometimes you just listen. Most of them they are all dead. You know, concerned people all over family business. In fact, I'm just advising when you go into a family business.
Is there death linked to the concern?
Yeah. That when you go to family, because the family is made up of children from the same lineage. In the Akan community, you know, some of them, you know, it pains them that they wish their children were there. So they don't understand why Kyei Mensah should be here. Then why you buy even something for your wife or your mother, they will just go and tell the person who's having the listener, hey, could you started to talk to Tonyema? We had all these kind of things.
A lot of envy.
You'll be there, they will come and tell you, Mami show books to me and I tell you to help before take all your. Then, on the 15th of January, I just went and then said I would stick into my studio business, and it really paid off.
Did you feel free?
Oh yes, I was free. Because it got to a time I became afraid, especially from the late 1995 to 1996. Whenever I'm going to the fuel station, I felt so bad, you know, what is really wrong with me? Let me be free, man. So on the 15th of January, 1996, I just stopped and then concentrated on mine. So all the house that you see, it's all music.
From the music.
Yeah.
How do you let people know that this is what you're doing? How do you promote your
Okay, so at that time, I had the privilege of going to GBC. If there are someone, if you remember, Koku Buafajima Pacheco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Presenter.
You know, he was my friend. So they will mention my name. Tell if I have this studio. Unfortunately, most of the players, because I had an Atari computer, at that time, if you remember, Perform 90, where you
perform there.
Have you seen my picture with
Rocky Dawuni?
Yeah.
Yes, with the short dreads.
Yeah. So I can't remember 1990 when you guys performed at the Perform 1990. So it was an Amboama Art Studio.
Yes, Art
If
Studio.
you can remember.
Tema.
At that time, CHM had not even come. Then Amboama, Case Frequency, KK Bruce Anabo,
yes, Sammy.
Chasamwa, who were the only few people having that Atari computer. Fortunately, I had about 3. So that's where I started making the money. A lot of people would come and book the studio. And then I had a program with Ghana Films, the present day TV3. All the programming that comes, they were done in my studio. So that kind of symbiotic association, each one deriving advantage. I would just, when they finish, I was
pass it on.
Yeah.
So you do all the programming in your studio, and then you give the data to them.
Yeah, because I didn't have that kind of the state of the art equipment until CHM came, Command House of Music, Danny Blue.
Yes.
Where a lot of people also went to record.
And Zamalet was
there was there. Zab, my senior, hey, much respect, Zab Mallet. I love you, man. I respect you so much. You and Samir Awani and Mr. Francis Kwache. You played a role in my life in terms of I learned a lot from them.
What did you learn from Zab?
So Zab was when he was mixing or when he was programming, I'll just look at it. I'll ask Uncle Zab, Charlie, brother, Charlie Freddy, this is how it is done. Oh, Charlie, come and watch. He was somebody who wasn't that kind of somebody would say, what kind of language the balance that you use. But he's not that selfish.
He was free to give out knowledge.
free to acknowledge. And he had the state-of-the-art equipment at that time. So one need to also really. So I quite remember going to book there when I saw Reggie Rockstone also coming to book there. So Reggie took all the nights and I took the day.
That's all.
Yeah. So we were working together, and then we were there when Michael Cook also brought Vibe FM equipment in there, met with UFO, and then we set them up there with KSM, all of them coming there.
In the early days, what was the most exciting part of stepping out and doing your own recordings as Fredyma?
The most exciting part was that you see the analog system, when you see the tape running and doing something that we call sync, syncing
all the instruments
together, for you to sing Atari to analog to the guitar. It was so fascinating. Buying tapes and then doing real-time recording. Because if a recording is supposed to be done in 5 minutes, all the chorus will be done exactly. It's not unlike today that I can just cut here and then go and paste it somewhere.
You sang in real time.
Yes, real time. And we're making money. Because they were buying CDs and cassettes. They were buying, look, for instance, if you look here, I have a cassette here. Oh, where is it? Celestine Donko's first cassette. I wish I should.
It's there, right?
Yeah. The first cassette that I did. I think I'll find it. Yeah. So, when you send them to the market,
they buy.
You name it, is ready to give you money. So money was physical money. Unlike these days that you have to put it on the net for you to have the stream 0.something before you realize, Charlie, you have nothing on there. So life at that time was very, very
physical.
We used to work very hard, and I think what really also helped me was training some of the sound engineers as well, because I had bought books, and with my science background, I was able to impart that kind of knowledge to the likes of JQ, Apietus, some others from Liberia. In fact, I did a program in Liberia by training about 20 sound engineers from Liberia. Most of them are in the United States now.
So JQ, Apietus passed through you?
Yeah, passed through me.
Give us the Apietus story. How did you link up with
him? So in 1989-90, there was a program on TV called Weekend Rendezvous.
Yes.
Hosted by Max Brodimens. So there was a church around Kole Gono, which myself and then Josh Lai, I was playing the keyboard, Josh Lai was singing, and that's where I think one of the producers of GBC came to that place and saw our performance and decided to give us a place to sell. So one James Owusu or something, he was producer for the Weekend Rendezvous, came to my house at Latebia Koshi, and the name of the group was Seth Donko and the Soul Setters. Our leader was so-called Seth Donko. So when he was coming, he brought Apietu's brother, elder brother. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. He's dead. So he brought that guy to be part of us. He was also singing. And then we had that shot. So we came on television and we made a hit on that day. That each other said, yeah, look call Seth Donko and the Soul Setters. Yeah. So when Apietus had completed school, that he said he wanted to learn the sound engineering. So I was there in 1997 when the mother brought Apietus. I had known Apia, he was a young boy at that time. And then we decided. So the mother just gave a token that we should get it to buy something. I never charged him. It's never true. I never charged Apietus. And then we started from there. So when I found out about Apietus was that he had learned how to play his keyboard already. I didn't teach him how to play the keyboards. He had basic knowledge about one or two things, but I had to take him through the rudiments of how sound engineering. At that time, I had finished training JQ, and I had even recorded some girls called Susie and Matt. Gospel. That was the first recording that JQ and I did, followed by other things. So Apietus came there, and I started training. And at that time, the guy on top was Kwame Yeboah. Yes. Kwame Yeboah and I had met on the 3rd of June, 1993, through an audition for Nana Shiata Theatre, a program called Showtime. So we went for the audition. Now on audition, myself, Kwame Yeboah and his group, Amazing Six, General Marcus.
Yes, Raga.
Sefakai. Kwame Sefakai.
What was he coming to do?
He was a comedian. Kofi and Johnson, Madame Fupabeko. I was managing him. Ras Apia Levi.
Yes. Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb. Ufurian Ponsa. And then this lady. Selena Ollins. I took them to the audition. Unfortunately, we all passed.
So this was like auditions for various kinds of entertainment. Various kinds of
music, and then every Saturday we were...
So the guy was a comedian?
Oh yes, comedian. 23. He was 23 years at that time. It was at that time I was working with Shell.
Yes.
As the phone is a big man.
Shell manager.
Yeah. So I sorted some of them out. He knows. I mean.
Did you meet Parker, Captain Bogger?
Captain. Parker.
Yeah.
All the jingles. I command condom jingles and everything. We did all those jingles. This film soundtracks. Captain Bogger was my client.
Yes.
To myself, Captain Bogger and then Kwame Ebua. Jingles, Fredyma. Don't touch us.
You were dropping jingle. What's your favorite jingle? What's your favorite jingle?
Courage with Dandy Love.
Dandy Love.
Dandy Love is dead. Then Shall I Pushwa.
You guys did that?
Yeah, no, I do.
Shall I Pushwa?
Cargo. Or if you see this, most of the jingles.
Where did you get this Shall I Pushwa thing from?
From the director of Inferior Kufiando. He bought all those kind of jingles. So and then Kofi Brewery also gave me a lot of jingles from Farmok. So Farmok, yeah. He and then this guy who used to work at Metro TV would do the voiceovers. I forgot he did them. He was a fine guy who does voiceovers.
Farmok jingles.
My Farmok jingles and a lot of jingles. Angel Fetri Keke.
Fetri Keke was you.
La Bianca Tomato Pone, Charlie. Master Mabot Juma.
You work, man.
I have done a lot. In fact, I've made money from jingles more than one jingle, Charlie. It's just like somebody coming to book the studio for 10 artists.
And it's just 1 minute music.
1 minute music, but the creativity.
Yes,
the best jingle that I did and most difficult was one that I did with BB Men's.
What was it?
What was this man who sells fruits at a station in one day?
Aztec.
No, not Aztec. He's a house of folk man. I forgot the name. We did a jingle for him. 35 seconds jingle. It took us 1 week.
Yeah, I can imagine.
35 seconds jingle because every second had to say something.
Say something.
Yeah, Titi Brothers.
Titi Brothers.
Yeah.
The fruit juice guy.
Yeah. Recently, I met him at a shop and then I bought certain things and said, Charlie, let me pay.
Take the bill.
Yeah. Charlie. And Titi, God bless you so much.
1 week.
1 week.
For 35 seconds.
So we made a lot of money from jingle. Myself and Anang Chroma. Oh, most of Sky FM.
Yes.
And then City. They are jingle, myself and Anang Chroma. And Anang Chroma, wherever you are, God bless you. He and Kosiobo, the late Kosiobo, they really encouraged me that I should open a studio, proper studio. So most of the Atari computers, but they sold it to me because Kosiobo had traveled to Germany and brought about 2 of them. Then he sold all of them to me. And then I also bought for Anana from. So Anang Chroma, wherever you are, he's a living legend.
For real?
But yeah, he's a very good man. So we made a lot of money from jingles, and then I also started training in.
JQ, tell me about JQ. How did you
JQ and I were attending the same church, Living Bread, where also for Uswanza, Daughters of Glory Jesus. We were playing, I was playing the keyboard. And at that time, I was the only one having M1 keyboard. We were only 3. You can remember M1, the Korg M1, very expensive.
Keyboard. Yeah.
But at that time, DX7 had its fair share.
That was a big keyboard.
So I had DX7 and then M1 Korg. So I was playing, and then JQ2 was also playing at the church. So we had finished this form, and then he told me that we want to learn sound engineering. So I'll bring him to my studio and then taught him for free. For between 94 and then 95. So JQ was my first student. Prior to that, I had worked with a guy called Hector de Graaf Johnson, a cousin to the vice president of Liman then. He was a disco boy, a very good, prolific keyboardist, So it was there that I trained JQ, and then in 1997, I also trained Apietus, and then made JQ also teach Apietus some of the things. And then Apietus, his main worry was that he wanted to compete with Kwame Yeboah.
For what?
That he wanted to be like their Kwame Yeboah. And I like Apietus for his dexterity in terms of how he researches. We had bought something that we call synchronizer. That synchronizer, we thought it was only being used for Cubase only, not notator. We know how notator and then Cubase.
This is the program.
No, it was just a switch. A switch who could only just transform it. Come here, will come the studio and come and use it. He will not teach us. And then come and use it. So one day, Apietus told me that, Charlie, let's switch this one. We switch this one, and I had an 8-track, Charlie. We made money.
Seriously?
1997, through Apietus. That 1997, I will never forget that one.
No.
But there's a story too. At that time, I had discovered Ofurian Ponsa. Prempeh.
How did you discover him?
Okay, Prempeh and I come from the same town. I was Santiago.
Local guy.
That's right.
It's the place known for plantains, eh?
Yeah, plantains and a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then I know Prempeh when he was birth, his siblings were my mates and a whole lot of things. So he was attending Conwood Master Secondary School. And then he wanted to do a demo. He wanted to sing like that. Lumba had just evolved. And then he contacted one of my uncles, my young uncles. So I have a nephew called Kujo, Fred. He's in Accra. He has a small studio in his room. Go there, we'll do the demo for you. So I was there in 1992 when Prempeh came from school as a sixth former, and then wearing his school dress, holding what we call it, a book. And then he came to my office at the Ring Road and he said he's been directed by my uncle for him to come to him. Oh, for Day, I know you. Unfortunately, that day that he came, the keyboard that I was using to program had a problem. So I had to go to UTC and buy a new keyboard. When I catch Kakra.
You had money, man.
Oh, yeah. So we went there and they bought a new keyboard. And then we took him to La TV Kosi. And that's where this album that you are having.
Yes.
Odom Refugee. Then is there?
Now this one.
Our
So this is what he looked like back then?
yes,
for
this
real?
one, yes. I think I'll give you another CD. I gave you this one. So I programmed Odom Refugee, Jenny Matthew, and the other 4 songs. So it was that song that led me.
It's Lumba and Ofori?
Yes. So this was that song that led me to Lumba's house. He even didn't know that I knew Lumba
Way back.
And because that I also made Jelly Kills, I didn't remember. But when I remember the name Daddy Lumba, it's not Charles Fusu. So we went to his house at Domi. So when he saw me, hey, Daddy Freddy, it's been a long time, Daddy. Who knew anyway? Oh, Charlie be producer no. Go ahead, he heard it. I don't He said, love that song. So Prempeh brought Daddy Lumba to my house on the 25th of December 1993. So there's a picture on my Facebook. It was Prempeh who took that kind of picture. And from there, we started working on what we call Odom Refugee. So I can't remember my son, Kyei Mensah, the day that he was born, the 14th of February. That was the day that we were even supposed to go and record Odom Refugee at CHM.
Combined house.
Yeah, but Lumba was traveling to Germany at that time, so we had to take the listen. And then something happened in between. Concern for that I'm saying. People went to say that Ofori was saying that Lumba has taken his song and a whole lot of he's not bringing out. So Lumba also stopped. Not until 1999 that he brought this song Odom Refugee out. So that's how I got to do Prempeh. Yeah, his first to do experience and his first discovery. Also Kofi B and then Celestine Donko and the rest of them. Samini too. At that time I was doing my day I did the day by Japan. And then they needed somebody to do that kind of raga.
Yes.
And then he and Sonny Bali. So we were there contemplating on them. But as Sonny Bali won the day, but Samini had come to my studio to record with certain guys called Legal Amamre while he was a student. And then the 5-5, if you can also remember, I also discovered them. And then Dashibe Jamna song Koko Koko.
Yes.
I was the first person who played the original one.
Really?
Yes, I played the original one and it was supposed to be handled by Isaac Taylor of Roots Music World, if you can remember that man. So we were going to produce that music when Dashibe left the camp and then went to Okakumante. They took the music to Zap. Zap did it marvelously. And that's what we have been hearing.
Wow. So you've seen them from the beginning.
Oh, man, I mean,
what is the Fredyma secret for spotting talent? What do you look for?
I'm a prophet in music. Yes, when I see the talent there, the first ones. In fact, if you are saying you are a keyboardist, for instance, Kwame Ebua, I told him that if the world doesn't know, see him, he's not coming Fredyma. At that age of 13, when I saw him playing for Kika Kabobo, and then when Tego's sister took him abroad, because Uncle Fred, that's why I can't can be true. Because if you look at the district in terms of how he was playing, you all play, but some can play better. So sometimes when I see the talent, as I would tell Apietus, I asked Apietus, Prempeh wanted me to program my song. I said, oh, you should let Apietus program. He said, no, Apietus is my apprentice. So you can't allow my apprentice to program. But later in life, who gave him all the hits?
Apietus?
Yeah. So sometimes the rejected song can become the cornerstone. JQ2, I saw the kind of thing. And the two of them combined, their hits, nobody meets. So if you take me as a tree, look at the branches. Fredyma, I will tell you, I've done well.
You have?
Yeah, I've done well.
I think not having an ego is also a good part of being spotting talent, correct?
Yes.
Because you must know that somebody is great or somebody is even better than you in a particular
then
you let the person go.
Yes. In fact, when I went to, do you know that Plus 233, I set up the place?
No, they know.
After years, on the 9th of July, 2010, after John has scored that penalty, I went to the place and Dr. Odo, they were.
Where were you when that game was playing?
I was at
I
was at the place at the Achimota here. There was a bar there, and then later on I drove to Plus 233.
Did you before you watched the penalty?
Yes, I watched the penalty.
Before he hit the ball, do you think he was going to score?
Yes, I thought he was going to score, and so everybody was devastated. And then I went to Dr. Ode. Somebody had a party at Plus 233 with the lights of Dan Gra. Then I went to tell him, Charlie, this place it was formerly called Baseline. So we can have them say it doesn't have instruments. Fortunately, his brother, B.B. Hammonds is my brother-in-law because he's related to my wife. I said I have a set of instruments in the house. Bah! So I bought it off Ikujo. Yeah. So my man was the first that performed, I think on the 10th of July 2010. Then Ofi came, then your brother Victor Day and his friends, they were performing and De La Haze also came. So I managed Plus 233 from that time to on the 26th of November.
So that's 15 years ago, man.
15 years. So Dr. Dodo, he doesn't play with me at all. Plus 233, the establishment of the Plus 233. You can never give Fredyma's name out because it was my instrument that we used until I went to Virtual and bought them their Mappers drum and other things before. And then the Mappers drum, the first person who used was George Darko on the 28th of August.
How do you keep all these dates in your head? How do you keep all these dates in your head?
It's a gift. It's a gift. 28th of August. You know, that was also my son's birthday. That was the day that George Darko came to play there and then used. So Osibisa came to play there, Baktonto, Kiki Jan. And I'm the only person having 8 songs from Kiki Jan. His last album, we did it in 2004. It's here. I'm the only person.
They never got released.
Yes, it was Kwajonchi who commissioned the project through his manager, who used to work with Ghana Commercial Bank. So he came to my studio and then Kiki Jan. We have the 8 songs there.
What are you going to do with them?
That's what we want to find. I was talking to the daughter whether we can really release
Vanessa.
Release the song.
What does the music sound like?
I've been a bad boy, and I wanna be a good man. Kiki Jan's story, Master, this boy, he told me a lot of stories that he got entangled in the drugs because of certain people in Osibisa when they saw that he was making money. How somewhere that man you want to come and make money? Oh, Charlie, get slave. Before he realized, Charlie, everything is gone. Kiki Jan cried.
He wept.
Yeah, I wept. He was sleeping in my mini's mind. I had a mini's mind. That's where he came to sleep. A lot of people rejected him because he had been a drug addict, and then that small pilfering, you know, when he comes to your studio, if you are not there, maybe you pick this microphone, go and sell it to the gateway, and then go ahead.
To feed the habit.
Yeah, to have it. So a lot of people rejected him. So it was there that Kwajonchi's manager came to me. I said, I will record him. So myself, Charles Robert Quay, who is now playing with Amapino in the UK, and Emma Collins, we did them. I have the album here, 8 songs.
He was still.
Oh yeah, you're a piano man. You can see through the piano. Jan is a legend. Man. He told me stories about he and Elton John, he and the Queen, that the Queen will fly them. Hey, Chichi, you and Elton, you go to Australia to represent me there. The Hammond organ, there were only 3 people who were playing. He, Elton John, I think one guy from the United States. So you can feel the kind of, and most of the songs that he was also writing, most of this. He told me a lot of stories that some of them I can't review here because Charlie is dead. So
which one really touched you? Which were the stories he told you?
What touched me was the day that he was lifted from Accra. He told me he was stolen because he was around 17 years, around 73 when he was stolen to play with Osibisa.
Who stole him? who lifted him?
17. I don't know whether it was Makituntu or the
30.
30, yeah, 17 years ago. Charlie, so he was in school, and then before they realized Charlie was. I understand Carlos Sechi even accompanied him to the airport to see him off at that time because Carlos at that time was in Fancypium, and they were the guys who were playing, you know, for those kind of schools. And then when he entered UK, the kind of reception that was given to him, making his million, all the women, very handsome guy, tall, lanky, and then making all the dining with the Queen. The day that he dined with the King, and then that was the day too that when I saw Kwame Yeboah playing with Craig David, and the Queen sitting down and said, Kwame, I'm afraid that somehow kind of about what he told me sometimes. I said, you come in because the way that you were playing the keyboard, Charlie, some of them, when we see you just ran away. But we took inspiration from all those ones. So in my journey, in terms of the music, I have been very lucky to have worked with a lot of the people that from Osofo Dazi, from Bob Cole, Osabo Bo, and this thing. Bob Cole was my client. Osofo Dazi, they were my client when I was working with the fuel station. That's where they used to buy their fuel. Osofo Dazi, Super Odi. I was one of the last person that visited Super Odi through Honorable Ablaji Fagumachi. Davi, Bezolo, she sent me to go and see Super Odi with some gifts on the 16th of July, 2017 at Aguna Suhedru. That's where the last time that I saw Super Odi. Worked with Fred Ade, Esko Pong, recorded in my studio. He has some songs. Ata, Uprum Juan and Neba. And then, because for me, watching Osofo Daji for the first time in 2072, 24th of October, and then me getting the chance to sit with them, and then getting the chance to eat in the same bowl with Swatin Cancer and Nanampadu, CK Man. I said, God has blessed me. Yeah, because those were the people that we were looking up to those days.
And then you meet
them. And then meet them physically, coming to calling you, Nanampadu, Fred, and they told me a lot of stories. How I told you so, how the concept came about, where they shot and everything. He showed me all those places and a whole lot of things, you know. And Osibi said to a classmate of mine, his uncle was Tedose, and then Mactonto, Mr. Samuel Donko, he's in the UK now, Samuel Donko, my classmate. So in 1975, when Osubisa came to Kumasi, we were there. We went to the Kumasi Sports Stadium to meet them. And then I was also on the board of TGMA with Mactonto before he died. So in my work as the musician, I have learned a lot. Smart in Cancer, who am I? Was the person who was going to meet Smart in Cancer when they had formed the Sweet Thought Bank on the 14th of December 1974. For me to see Smart in Cancer, eating with him, and then chatting, coming to me, it's a privilege, you know. So I'm blessed to have lived in that kind of. So they gave me a lot of stories, my own research and my own encounter with them. So I can say that in terms of Ghana music, the history in India,
it's there.
It was there.
What are some of your toughest moments and some of the sacrifices you've had to make to being in this business?
The tough moment, it came when I lost my studio. When I lost my studio, that's where I really saw, Charlie, one day, your children in the university, 2 of them, then one day you wake up, everything that is supposed to give you your daily bread, everything is gone.
June 3, 2015.
Yeah, that moment is still, you know, but I nearly committed suicide, I'm telling you.
Really?
Oh yeah, Charlie. I told him to let me give up life. But Charlie, in doing so, my last one, I just pictured, if I leave this guy, how is this guy going to survive? Plus my wife. No, I should kill myself.
You were that close to killing yourself?
After all, you see, this place that I'm having, this place, the very place that you are sitting, just perpendicular, the whole Kumasi Road used to pass behind. When I had finished this one, I was coming to Accra. I sat in a car called Watonchini. You remember that Watonchini?
All the trucks, mommy trucks, right?
Yes. I had 2 panties, black and brown. Shirt, 3. T-shirt, 2. Singlet, slippers, and a shoe. And a red bag. That was my whole wealth. That was my property. And unfortunately, the vehicle that was bringing me to Accra, I was supposed to take the train. But I wanted to explore the various, towns. And the car got spoiled here, just behind my house. I didn't know I was going to own this place. Here was a forest and a cemetery. Here, if you bypass this, you see the graves. All of them are there. Here was a cemetery, the old Pukwasi cemetery. Somebody died in Hama. My only cash was 20 cedis at that time. The vehicles, I had to sit in a Cholori, which was coming from Zuhum.
The wooden trucks,
Yes. Full of dust, passed through John Terry and then came to Accra. So in life, what we envisage is not what we're going to get in the future. There are a lot of trials and tribulations. I mean, people pass through a lot. Now I'm saying the finest of gold has to pass through fire before maybe we can get the finest of gold. So in my life, that 2015 June 3rd, Charlie, it really knocked me off.
How high were you before you were brought down?
Well,
at 2015,
somebody having 10 cars. I have 3 buses full of instruments, live band instruments. So you call me, this one is playing here. I quite remember myself and Binky going to play with Charterhouse at takrade. My background, I think you saw some of my instruments. I had 3 different backgrounds. We were playing here and playing here at the same time. 3 basses. All of them that give you, I will send you pictures so that you can incorporate them into the listing. I have Renault, Golf, 10 of them. I lost everything one day.
The flood and fire disaster.
You know, the proximity
June
from
3rd.
my place, Adabaka, to the sea, it's almost about 5 kilometers. So the low tide or high tide, you know, the sea also draws into the distance. So it is mixed with salt. So when you have the flood and it stays in the water, most of the particles of salt, you know, rust the engine and all of that.
How far was your studio from the filling station that blew up?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, about 30 meters. 30 meters.
If you had been in that,
I would have died. That's why when the guy called me around 9 o'clock and then I pick up, I said, "Radimi, that was it, Daddy." And so now for money, it's taking everything.
The water is taking everything away.
Yeah. Everything, boss, you don't say things. You don't say things. You know, it was. I don't want to. When I cry, my father was like, "Oh, you say open soon too much." Everything that you are crying. But tell you, sometimes when we remain life, having traveled outside Ghana before, the only plane aside him from here to Kumasi and Tamale.
You've never been out of Ghana?
Never. You're
not tempted?
But the number of people that I have helped
to go,
when I had a problem, none. Some of them were even happy, like that, even happened to me. Happy? Yeah, that's how they want nature. Tell them that is human nature. Why? That's human nature. So in life, I was trained by the Presbyterian. And if you look at Proverbs chapter 3, verse 27 to 28, they said that when it is in your state to do good to people, don't ask them to go and come. Fredyma, I mean, I'm not bragging. I've had so many interviews, and it's very consistent. I've helped a lot of people. Sometimes my wife will even get angry. I tell you everything. When they see me in my mouth, and I have another one too. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 17. Seldom set foot in your friend's house, so that they won't be wary of you, and then they hit you.
So be by yourself.
Yes, sometimes when I had a problem, I had some people that I could go to them. But Charlie, you have to calculate. And the last but not the least, Ecclesiastes 9 verse 11. It says, under the sun, that everybody, the overtaking is allowed. The something is not the, what we call it.
The race is not to the swift.
The swift. The race is not to the swift. Like equal chance happening to us all. Wagsy was a guy that I trained from Motown. One of the best guys that I've trained in terms of IT. Was bare off. I trained Wagsy. He furthered his education, went to ICMT or something, and then had degree in computer. Because I had trained him, I was limited in one of the things. But I have to go and consult him. I will not pride myself that I trained this guy, so you know no. So Wagsy is my consultant. Anytime I have serious IT problems, I go to him for him to teach me. Yeah. Because he's the reason above what I taught him.
Yes. And he still gives you that respect.
Yes, respect.
That June 3rd, 2015, I'm saying, do you dream about it sometimes?
Yes, sometimes. When I see the rains, right now here, I'm okay. But when I see the rains coming, I just think of them. Yes, flashback. It was terrible. I can complain a lot about people who died with about 500 and uncountable. Because that was the fulcrum of life in terms of the city life in the night.
Yeah, a bustling place.
Vienna
City, all area.
All of them were there. And they didn't envisage that one. It took them by surprise.
So when the thing was happening, you were home?
I was home. Yes.
Were you following television, radio?
I was following television. The next morning, when I saw the devastating effect, and I went there.
You went? You got there what time?
I got there around 8:39.
Describe what you saw.
Charlie, dead bodies littered around Cumberland Hotel area, my house. My house, there were about 2 dead bodies that I had to take. And then just behind the Dodor River, a lot of them have died. The water rose to the level of the first floor of my building. I'll send you the pictures.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was how devastating. I've never encountered. We used to have occasional flooding in the house.
Because that area is low lying, but that was crazy.
Yeah, that's the lowest point because all the waters, and you see, we have to use this to talk about the environment. Now, the environment of Aburi, if you look at the Gadgetverse plan for Accra, from Aburi Hills, passing through Pokwase to the Densu River, was the catchment area for the rains. So they reserved those portions that none should build there. But nature.
What do we see?
So all the water that trickles from Aburi, they have to pass through the Odo River to the sea. And that's the lowest point. When in our sign, water finds its hold.
Level.
That's all. So it's simple.
So man-made.
We have blocked all the waterways. So if you block the waterways, water too is stronger. And so when
water no get any fella, right?
Yeah, so you go and see homes, real estate, build homes. When flooding comes, quite recently, about 4 or 5 months ago, all the homes around Pantan, those all kind of elite homes.
Gone.
So it's a problem. The flooding in Accra has been happening, but not to the extent that we saw in 2015. And I don't know whether I'm going to... The cover materials that I have lost.
Yes.
But each one that came there, if I was telling you a story, I will give you the story of a Pietus with the video. He brushing his teeth, sleeping in the studio and brushing his teeth.
All that material.
Oh yeah, I had all of them. I will document you. I'm somebody who likes to document things. So when I'll take a picture of you, I have some of them. Give it to you. Some of them. Take a picture of you the first time, before and after. For example, some pounding fufu for my wife on one Saturday. Yes.
Did you insure any of your stuff?
What insurance? The insurance in Ghana, they have a way of making you feel that you don't even have to insure. The kind of bureaucratic tendencies that you go through, go here, when you are even going to claim. Why didn't you put it one there before the question? So Charlie, you forget it. So that's why when even most of the vehicles that have accidents, they settle them by themselves. They don't go to the insurance companies. They will waste your time. Ernest Cummings was there. Go and ask what the insurance did. Because they thought, but you here, you know that it's a farm, so why should you come?
That's what they told him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some of them, that's why I understand it too. Why should you come and invest here when you know that it's a farm area? And he lost a lot. He has a warehouse there, So the insurance in India, people tell me, insurance in our boss, our work is like a probability work. It's not that we're going to get it every day. It's a probability work. People feel they have to get food to eat before they come and record. So if they are not required, now with the advent of technology, it's also having effect, positive and a negative effect. The negative is that now everybody owns a studio. So unless you have a special skills or something that you can attract one or two. So maybe the near future, if you also turn into school, they will come, pay 1 or 2, then get something, they go to the internet and come and learn it. They don't come again.
So you don't believe in the insurance thing?
Oh, no, I don't believe.
So you're not insured now?
No, I'm not. I don't believe in it. You collect your money before you realize that the company has even collapsed, that you don't have this thing there. So let's live in it. When it comes, Charlie, life, after all, I always say things that frightens people. And I've experienced it. I always tell people that take your age from 70. So now if I take my age from 70, left with 10 years. The 10 years,
it's ticking.
It's ticking. You're going to have dizziness, pressure is going to go high. The kind of things that you attract is not coming anymore. You're becoming old. Maybe your children too, they are not in a good position to even feed you. You begin to think. So you begin to think, and that one will even kill you. Because you have to remind that some of your classmates, some of them have died. They might even achieve what they wanted.
Exactly.
So if I'm lucky, I can get to 80. If I'm lucky, I get 90. But 90, think of a story that those people that are here, where in the 90, where would they be? How are you going to fare? What kind of business are you going to rely on? So in life now, it is cos theta, 0. 90 cos 90, 0. Life, it goes like this, then come back to 0. So all this kind of wealth, I have this, and I've told you I've never traveled before. Never. It's not that I don't want it.
Were there offers for you to fly somewhere?
Oh, there offers. But it was an experience from my childhood. My father didn't take good care of me in my childhood. That's why he took me to the boarding house. Lies all over my head. The things, because I was brilliant, I was expecting that my father would just take me, groom me to the extent that when I'm even going to school, he has a taxi, that the taxi will take me. But no, let my taxi go and work with me. So I wanted to give everything. I want to see my children go to better schools. So I took my children to Christ the King School. Make sure that I take them to school. 2 o'clock. If I'm working for Michael Jackson, I'll leave the studio and go and pick my children. Make sure that their homework is done. Their mother will we share the household chores. The mother will make sure that they food everything. I'll make sure that they are listening. I'll go and pick my students myself, my children myself. I don't want somebody to come and tell me sorry. Oh, boss, you didn't banana car accident. If I get an accident, that means I've killed my own children. So I make sure that they go to good school from Kyei the King. This one wanted to go to Achimota, but he had, because of music, he had to go to John Tay. The second one went to Prempeh College. The last one went to Achimota School. So all the things that I wanted in my childhood, I gave it to them. I specifically bought a car for them for school. That was taking them from Mary Kindergarten at Laboni. You can see Mary. I think you know that. Yeah, Mary to Kyei the King School, and then here. You cannot have spent. So all my money went into the education. Let me educate them at the end of the day because I wanted that one. I was brilliant. But I got frustrated along the line. You're frustrated. It's the whole thing. Some of the things, because of the interview, I don't want to say it here. It's fast. When I remain, and it pains me. A time comes, I will not learn again. Charlie, whatever should happen. I was tired. You go to a father for this one, you don't have. Oh, I mean, so your mother too doesn't have. So you got frustrated. So they brought me into this world. Now I'm not working. You go here, because of your mother, I'll not take care of you and all of the things. So later on, my life and my father, we had issues.
Serious ones?
We had serious issues. Wow.
Did he ever explain why he behaved towards you the way he behaved?
He came into my dream to beg me. And he's sorry, yeah.
After he passed.
And he gave me a lotto number.
Did you play it?
I played it, and then it came on the Monday.
It dropped?
Yeah.
What was the number?
1377, that taxi number.
How much did you win?
I didn't win. He gave it to me in a dream. So instead of I did it on a Saturday. I should have done it on a Monday. It came on the Monday.
The same number?
Yeah, 1377. He said, sorry, Fred, I'm sorry.
You apologized?
Yeah, I apologized in the dream. I'm telling you. I'm sorry.
When you woke up, how did you feel?
Because now I have become the folk of the beacon
the
of
light.
hope.
Yeah.
For the life. Everybody is coming to me. They see you on TV with Nana Mama Brown, so they think you have money. Everybody's coming, oh, Uncle Fred, me see me, yo, I need some money. Everybody's coming to you. They think. The ones you are with Nana Mama Brown on TV there, they see on TV, but that's not so.
Now that you mentioned Nana Mama Brown, what's that relationship?
Yeah, that relationship is that, you see, ask your mother where you met your father. I miss your mother's shit up. Oh, Charlie.
Oh, you brought me to remember all kinds of things. Yeah, you chopped and shoot or two.
Hey, that's Victor. I was one of the constant, that shit up.
Yeah.
It's still,
it's still on your tongue.
Yeah, at the time. So Nana, in 2004, there was this jingle, Obadana jingle.
Yes.
That I wanted to do.
For the show?
So, no, not the show. Nana was just acting at that time.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we needed somebody to do the adverts.
Okay.
TV commercial for that one.
Obadana.
So, yes, Obadana. So it fell between she and then Susie Williams. So they have that kind of...
The great Susie Williams.
Yes.
You met her too?
Yeah, oh yes. So that guy that he had accident, we were recording in the studio with those guys. So that TV advert came, and then we as a board, I was working with Kofi Ando, a favorite series. I mean, he handled that project. So it came in that the distance fell on Susie Williams and Nana Mama Brown. So we had to go into the board meeting just to decide who should be. But the target of the product was in the Akan communities. So we said that Susie is very good. But when it comes to the fluency in terms of the Akan language, let's try Nana Mama Brown and see. They said, Fred, you are through. So they gave her the contract. Without even Nana Mama even knowing that I was part of the people that pushed her. And then fortunately, we also met on UTV. When she started the United Showbiz, I was one of the first people that came on the show. It started in August, and on the 14th of September 2019, I was also there. So we have that kind of click. And then Kofi Ando also had a series for us called Afisem. She was a judge, and I was a landlord. There were people in that kind of sequence. Oh yes, nice. I acted. My first film came in 1992. Harry Lord, Naomi.
Harry Lord himself.
Yeah, Harry Lord himself.
What was your role, man?
Yeah, I was dating a lady, and I had a small mini my car, and then dating at the same time. I wanted to date Harry Lord's So very, very funny. Sorry. So I acted to. So it was there that we had the contact with Nana Mama Brown. And then when she left UTV, she came to Onya Showtime, and she wanted people to help. So it was during the 2023 Ghana Music Awards. We had met at a program. Then she said, "Fred, I'll call you." Then she called me that she's having a program on another showbiz, Onya Showtime, and she would like me to be part of the journey. And then the rest, they call me the archives man, because I make it very laudable that any artist that comes there, I'm able to tell the history.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's by divine intervention that most of the artists who have worked with them, so I know a lot of their history, and they also, testify to what I always say.
What do you like about her, Nanama?
What I like about her is her compassion for humanity. She's passed through a lot. Her compassion for humanity and her frankness. I'm afraid I did with the official me here when I don't like this one. I think you have done it. Come on.
Straightforward.
Straightforward. You go away.
Yeah.
Very benevolent. She called Uncle Fred, how is it? And I think I shared a story during the COVID time. That man was broke. I had nothing on me. And then I called a certain lady called Kekeli Akusuya, who works with Asamajan. Said she gave me Nanama's number. Because she was working with Nanama. I told her, Charlie, you should tell Nanama that I don't have anything on me. And then I'm suffering. So I was there when Papa Momo came, and then she sent me 2,000 C's.
A lot of money back then.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah. She sings too.
Oh, yes.
Have you recorded her?
In fact, there's a song that we wanted to record, but somebody just started it and then recorded it, and I think it's on TikTok or so. But we plan to do something things. She did something with Obapa Christie, the studios in Kumasi, Nambasi. But later on, maybe I record. So that's how this thing is with Nana. And she also last week takes me at the ankle, Uncle Fred. That's what she calls me. Sometimes we go to the house, we eat together, and a whole lot of things. So it's been a blessing. I must be honest. Her show has propelled me, though I had my name and list already. Her show has propelled me to certain heights that people have come to see me more in terms of my other side.
Yes.
People didn't know that I even write so well on Facebook and then know the archival materials. And people thought that was only music. And if you watch some few days ago, I started to play certain songs that I've done.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
You reworked Kokoko.
Yeah, Kokoko.
You played and the rest
yeah, because people are taking credits that didn't belong to them.
You have to set the records.
I have to set the record, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot of songs that are passed through here that people didn't even know they passed through.
Let them know.
The hands.
Tell your story.
Yeah, that you and I, Matachi, Matapopi, this is the man. The Rascaf, Shashameli's album. He played all. Myself, Wagzi, Shashamel, we have 4. We did it. Thanks, Shasha, he gave us the credit at the back of this. Rags.
How did you meet him, man? What was the Shashamali story?
Shasha was with the St. John's School.
Yes.
They used to play those days.
Yes.
And then he went to also play with Gold Nuggets or so.
The band.
It was Nanan Kruma who introduced Shashamali to me. Though I knew him playing, Nanan Kruma introduced Shashamali. And then later on, I think Besa too also. He also introduced Besa to me when Besa came to Ghana. He had a problem with his DS keyboard, and I had a guy who used to prepare them, and then. So that's how I got to know Shasha. That's right.
It was a good project.
Yeah, oh, that's a good project. But it was then you did so well, then you carved the chat. And I think you had choice, eh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Tell you a gentleman.
2000.
No, Grass, tell you'll be too much.
Oh, you be more.
And that project, you see, if you can't remember, tell you enjoy the project. We used to work it around 6 o'clock and close.
Yes. After work.
Yes, work. We have 12 midnight,
yes,
and then midnight. And then when you play as if you are not playing. Hey, Charlie, this might go kill you.
There was one day I left the studio and I walked through the Kwankuma second. I think I got high second hand. And I was arrested inside the circle.
It was nice working together. People don't know. So we need to tell our stories. That in fact, as I've turned 60, I'm coming to tell a lot of stories. In fact, I've started writing the books, but the books when you write, they won't buy. Yeah. You launch the books. Oh, Charlie, they won't buy.
So maybe the oral stories we're telling is what is
so
what
I'm
is
going
the key.
to document them, and then myself, I will sit here. I have my light is there. I have my own camera. I bought certain things.
And then you document.
Yeah, document my things and
tell the story.
The 1975 Christmas, how it happened, and the whole. I think people are also going to
People
enjoy.
know. You've been involved in so many genres: high life, gospel, hip life. Which one touches you the most?
Highlife. Highlife is good. Highlife. I've worked with a lot of Highlife because I used to attend a lot of concerts from the Ampofwe Jays, the Nam Produce, the Konimos, and a whole lot of things. I experienced the Highlife more when I used to visit the cultural center those days. It was being typical something, you know, Highlife has grown with me. And then I also like hymns, worship hymns, and a whole lot of things.
The Presbyterian background, right?
Yeah, the Presbyterian background, the Methodist. You know, Prempeh College is a Presbyterian Methodist. So I love hymns as well. And then
when I say hip life, what comes to mind?
Oh yeah, hip life there. It's a collection of the high life and then rap in terms of, and that genre of music. You should pay tribute to Reggie Rockstone for, you know, building that building
the genre.
Yeah, that genre. He tried, and a lot of people followed. So the period of 1996 to the time of Bradford and the Kings, all of them came. And they took, though back then. Aki's Frequency, Pafa Blagoji,
yes,
and then
and
this guy, they were also
Ajete.
Ajete,
Gabi
Ajete,
yeah.
All of them.
They also a jingle force on their own as well.
And then Danny Nete.
Yes, indeed.
We were all there. With Fred Darkon. That's where I saw your life. Can you do jingles?
Charter House. Which artists surprised you the most in the studio? Or which artists? I mean, they kind of, you were not expecting something and then they did it and they said, whoa, wow.
Ofram Masan Dasibre Jamna. Yeah.
Why?
Dasibre Jamna is a very good songwriter. One of the best. One of the best songwriters. If you see the way that he weaves his song around the themes of the palace and other lives in totally. Ofram Masan, he was somebody. He looked up to something, and I think he has achieved it, that I want to be like Daddy Lumba. So he even came to do gospel in 1996. I did a gospel song for him, launched it at the Tessalon Baptist Church. It didn't materialize.
He became a pastor too for a while.
Yes.
What did you think about that?
Yeah, he has that gift of prophetic this thing.
Okay.
He said something into me that really came to pass. He has that gift. That if he had, you know, run it well, it would have sustained him for a certain period, because there were certain things that he said that came to pass, that the year 2020 something will happen, and then COVID happened. Yeah, did that one in the song right before. Yeah, Frank Ponsan, his songwriting skills and the way he came into the industry, he came in at a time that high life in terms of the younger generation, the Lumbas were coming and then transitioning to him. He and the Kachia Kwame Apiata all coming around, and then Dasibre Jamna, unfortunately, he had a short live, you know, he died, I think, in 2016 or so. Yeah. They're very good. Kafui Dey too, coming from one, he's another very good guy. Kafui Dey, he would not write, he just played the song and then he would sing.
Boom.
Oh, boom. He's going. Because that kind of, this thing comes from their family. They are from the Methodist fraternity. So in the house, all his uncles were singing. I quite remember one of his uncle called Kokupon, Elo. He was back in Amachi Dede then. You know, Amachi Dede is my uncle too.
Didn't know that.
I saw when he started his band. I've been there fetching water for him, do stuff during the holidays.
What's the secret of his success? I mean, he's still relevant.
Evergreen songs. He plays songs that resonates with everyday life. Every day somebody will die. Every day somebody will love somebody, and these things. And he had a good producer.
Who was his producer?
Kwesi Obo. Now let's debunk this thing. I think most of the credit in terms of Ghana, in terms of music production, were given to Bodo Steiger. Yes, yeah. Bodo did his best in terms of mixing and then mastering.
He was a German.
Yes, mixing and mastering, because the kind of equipment that he had at that time could have been compared to Ghana songs, but he was very good. He was a guitarist, so you had some few kind of those one or two things. But most of the programming, I actually this song was done by Kwesi Obo in Ghana here.
And then the keyboards on those songs are just wonderful.
And then later on, I think Kyei Mensah also did some for Daddy Lumba. So we have certain productions.
So it's Kwesi Obo?
Yes, Kwesi Obo, unfortunately, he died on the 15th of August, 2003.
Your date thing is still freaking me out.
I can't remember.
Where were you?
Yeah, I was in Agogo. my hometown attending. He died 5 days later. My uncle, who just comes after my mother, died on the 20th of August, 2003. So, you know,
He's still there.
Yeah, because he was my senior at Prempeh College, and he left a legacy at Prempeh College. One of the best keyboardists to have come around. Yeah. He, Dominic, or the senior of Morris Babyface.
Babyface too was in your school?
Yeah.
Another producer?
Yeah, another producer.
Yeah. Did you ever get to work with him?
I have not worked with Morris before. I mean, he was farmer, my junior. We left school before they came, but he has also prepared that name into this thing. So the music fraternity in terms of my presence there, it's been very, very, very. I'm actually there. I used to fetch water for him during those days, the revolution days. He and Smart Prempeh, you know, Prempeh's son is now the MP for Asante Acho. That MP, that independent MP, Kwame Prempeh. That's one Prempeh. He used to play guitar. His father used to play guitar for Amachide. So I've known Amachide since he was in the middle school when he completed around 1973. Went to
Nigeria, didn't he?
Come again.
Did you go to Nigeria?
Yes. So joined Nigeria, and then he came back and then formed the Apollo High Kings Band. And I quite remember when in 1976 the Agbo Community Center was opened. At that time, Nana Piako Sapon, the father of A.J. Sapon, had been on the throne for a year, and the community center was opened through Major Kujiku, who was Ashanti Regional Commissioner. One of the most handsome military officers I've ever seen in Ghana. Major Kujiku, very handsome, neat. Once people adored him.
They loved him, man.
Hey, Major Kujiku. If you're alive, I say, handsome guy.
He passed not too long ago.
Handsome.
Yeah,
he passed.
Yes. He was a great guy.
Great guy. Agbo Community Center owes you a lot. Yeah, he's standing there, young military officer, opening the studio, catching the
tape. You've lived through a lot.
Yeah, I've lived.
And just from the story that you have told me, it appears to me that you've been like a silent force behind a lot of hits and a lot of musicians and producers. Do you feel adequately appreciated?
Appreciation, dear Charlie, we say in a local parlance, in our Twi language, so ubesum, and then obi bold there. It's better that you cry your own cry like somebody beating you for you to cry. Appreciate is subjective.
Do you feel underappreciated?
Yes, sometimes. I feel. Lumba once asked me that has Fredyma Mensah built a house for you? I said, no, sir, Fred. I help Ofuri because of the kind of relationship that I have with you. That is one. Ofuri, they say, show you power. But sometimes, he also has his own family problem. Though occasionally he passes around, that's one or two things. But I think we'll have done more. Ofuri pa, they said, go to me more. Because of the promise that on the bedroom. I said, brah, me for you, Kai. For now, I'm old, though. Now you're making it. Bring money home. Remember the promise that you made. Bram, I'm few that I'll never forget you. That day, remember my bedroom at Little because when we agree, you don't refuse. Free, live by your word. You have done well there. Last 2 years, you came home. Actually, like Oliver Twist.
We want some more.
I love you. You know I love you, friend. Yeah, the person pride. Because one of the fulcrum, and then Celestine Donko she wrote a book. Celestine Donko is my discovery.
Oh, you discovered her?
Oh, yes.
How do you discover her?
Okay, so here comes Celestine Donko as a student of secondary school around Kasua. Then she lives with a lady called Elizabeth. She was domiciled in Korea with the husband. Elizabeth Ajewa, I was recording her. So she'll bring Celestine to the studio. By any time that she brings Celestine to the studio, she'll let Celestine sit outside and they will be working together. So one day, I bumped outside and I saw mosquitoes biting my daughter Celestine. And I asked her, why is it that always when you come, you will be sitting outside and the woman will be sitting inside? I said, we are working. You said when it reaches my turn, she will bring me in. So one day, the woman said, so going to, say in the local panel, obey me, show, you're going to buy something for me. I said, because the work that I was doing for her was very, very kind of fair. So she went, and then Celestine was sitting down. I called her. Can you sing? I said, yes, can you sing? So she sang something, and then I played it on the keyboard. So when the woman came, the woman was suffering from certain deficiencies in her nose. She was not upright. So for instance, if she was supposed to sing on, say C.
Mm-hmm. Do.
So you see that.
It's not quite clean.
Yes.
So it's kind of like semitone up or something.
Yeah. So there are certain songs that I asked her that if she will allow Celestine to sing. And one of the songs, He's able to deliver my Messiah. He's able to deliver my Messiah. He's able to deliver. So when the lady came, I tell her, Charlie,
she would not like it, though.
Yeah, that's what he said. Sawa, is that so? I said yes. The girl can sing better than you.
You told her straight like that?
Straight away. So if you like her, sing some of them and let her sing.
How did she take that?
A bit uncomfortable because looking at that time, she was taking care of Celestine. Then she went out, but later on she didn't understand. It was there and then that I also recorded Celestine.
Straight
and then
up.
she became my studio.
BVs,
yeah,
backing vocals.
Yeah, she was doing them with the likes of Daname and those kind of things. So I worked with Celestine from 2002 to around 2006 or 7 when he met her husband and then got married. And then there was a song that I also wrote and then she also took part. It's called Kyei Mensah. Remember that song? That's right. So I composed that song and she also added a few things. And that song propelled Celestine to the
where we all know her.
She is now.
I'm curious now, the person who you advised to bring her on to sing, is she still in the business?
She's dead, unfortunately. She's rest well.
She passed.
She died.
Okay.
Yeah. So I even asked Celestine like if she could name one of the children after her. But since she's not the person who's going to name the children,
it's only a suggestion.
Yeah. But Sister Lizzie, she said good things about she's passed on almost about 15 years ago. Yes, she's gone.
Couple of quick things before we wrap it up. Lyrics. Some time ago, you criticized musicians for singing lyrics that may bring problems.
Really? Did I?
You don't remember?
Well, what did I say?
Say you are singing a song and you are singing stuff that maybe it may encourage people to use violence.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. We should be very wary of our lyrics. That's why in our culture we cover some of the words.
Okay.
That we have something that we call proverbs.
Yes.
So you have to you can't go straight. For instance, a tear song by A.B. Cranston. It was referring to something very suggestive. Conjumping by Kojonchi. They are all suggestive, but in terms of how they couch their words. Moses, all of them. All of them, So we need to have that kind of. That's why when you go on the bandstand, most of the songs that are being played, it's either CK Man, Amachi Dede, Papa Yankson, Yualaka. They have very good performance. They have very good songs that will resonate with our lives. So these kind of disposable songs, Obano and Ahai say, disposable. It comes like a passing cloud. You see the clouds gathered here, the next moment you don't see it again.
20 times, that kind of thing.
It's cost a lot of people.
Disposable.
If our copyright systems were working with, Amachi Dede, some of us would be millionaires. Because the kind of production that we've done. Look, Proud in 2015, if you go to the north, 90% of the songs was from me. Black Rasta, a novel in music was cut at my place.
Really?
Yes. He was a student at Tech. It was my place that you called. If you go to Sheriff Gully and then Kawawa Stone, all of them in the north, they all passed through Fredyma's too. I can't remember when Kafui came. And then they had this Yendi war. When the tea was, they did something called Nyang Banyini. I had to do that song for that unity. It was produced by Tara Fatal, which was showcased on Metro Television. That's where I had that kind of content with So most of the northern musicians, Ayusuba used to come and record with Panji in my studio. Mensah and a whole lot of Panji. I work with Panji on a lot of projects and a whole lot of in the north. Most of them, Volta region too, if you go to there too. I work with Da Efua de Kenu, one of the best exports to have come from the Volta region. One of the best in terms of song. But I don't know where he's in. I work with Mauli Deka. I worked with Mauli Deka before and some other things. If you go to Ghana, this guy from the community, what's the name? Forgotten his name, but it's called Niadoteti. Niadoteti. I've worked with him, and other people from other places too. So I think you should be wary of our lyrics, the language. Sometimes certain language, when you come to another domain, it sounds different. This, for example, if you go to Ashanti, there's a lawyer called Lawyer Toto. If you come into the Ghana language and speak that kind of language, it's something blasphemous.
Serious.
If you go to Krobo, you have Dede. Abachi mean pay Dede. You know, you have that kind of. There are certain salient words when you say it in the G language. Or any Kotibium, when a chief goes into a situation, but if you bring it into a local language, it can sound something else. Kote and Kabedi. Go and pluck an orange. But if you go deep into our Akan language, it sounds something. So people use those kind of idioms just to
dribble.
Remember their race through the songs and at the end of the day, why is those kind of songs going to survive? Kyei Mensah has died almost 10 years and 8 years ago. His songs, tomorrow Friday, a lot of the bands will be playing his songs. So if the copyright is working out, Kasike will know much of the money will be there.
So less disposable songs, more songs that can last.
So something we have worked. Fredyma, all that I have to show you this one. No royalty from anywhere. Nothing. All the works that I have done, all the jingles that I have done.
No royalty. You've not been given a royalty check.
In my life of 40 years as a sound engineer, I have never even attempted to even go there because from here to the place, the transport that I will even, the food that I will buy into my car, the money that I'm going to collect, it doesn't match.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So we are all working, and sometimes when I tell sister, this is what now is reality is doubting on me. Hey, really? Now after 60 years, I'm praying, I hope you that at least something. All the investment that we done for the last 10 years, everything gone, and now I invested everything into the music business. Now technology is taking over our listing. Set of instruments. Where are you going to get those kind of instruments to buy? Sorry. Where are you going to get that kind of instruments to buy? One line array can build a house.
What is a line array?
These are the speakers that are hanged now instead of full range, and they have technology that they can hang.
It can build a house.
It's very expensive, quite expensive. That's why now having events is quite expensive. One event, you have to have the LEDs. Go with the video, we're not having
screens,
LEDs.
Right?
Screens. You have to have your LEDs, have your stage and everything done. All these costs. So it has become a burden. And the cost of most of the musicians retrieving their hard-won thing from the internet too is a problem. So those people who started earlier, that the likes of Shatawale, the Kiddies and the Saminis and Stone Boys, they went on the internet early. So they are cashing in from there.
Are you on the internet as well?
I'm there.
So are you seeing some small fruits coming up?
Oh, nothing is coming there. But what is coming is that like as I told you, the car that I have, those are some of the things. People see my works there. They call me Uncle Fred. Oh, Chad, I want to bless you. Give me your Momo number. Sometimes
it happens. Yeah,
because I quite remember during the COVID, that's where I started my Sunday hymns. I played one hymn and it fetched me 15,000 Ghana cedis.
One hymn. What was the hymn?
Captain of Israel.
I want to hear it. $15K song.
And I played it. Somebody was supposed to celebrate the husband's birthday. The husband was there.
Oh.
One of his favorite films.
Remembered him.
So he said, every birthday I give my husband something. Something has told me that I should give you that gift.
Wow.
$500.
Boom.
Boom, he sent it to me. So these are some of the benefits that people see me. Oh, Uncle Fred, you are buying food. Somebody sees, hey, Uncle Fred, hey, you, Charlie, the article that you wrote, Charlie, changed my life. Oh, how much fuel are you buying? Charlie, I'll pay. Those kind of some of the benefits.
You write a lot on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you always end with good beats don't rattle.
Yes.
Why?
Good beats don't rattle. Like you. In terms of communication, writing, MCing, playing the piano, what you have achieved, you don't have to brag. Your work will show. So good beats. Don't rattle. When my good beats, when this is the rattling. When the beats are good, they fit right into you. But when the beats are not good, they will rattle.
More noise.
No noise. So me, you're not making, but my words will speak for myself. Oh, Uncle Freddie, I never knew that you played I Did It There. Oh, really? Oh, and I'm somebody that I incorporate other people into my works. You know, I don't take credit for. If I have a very good work that involves piano, I'll go and call your brother.
Victor.
Yes, to come and play the piano because he's better. When I need serious songs, I'll call serious songs. But the basic ones I can do. But when it comes to piano, jazzy, then I'll come and tell them, no.
So involve people in the work.
Yes, I involve people. Charlie, I think it's beyond me. Come and help. So see the production coming from Fredyma. So when we are doing I Did It There, I should have played all. But as me Japan to inculcate other people. There was one man called Soronko. Soronko had played jazz, very good on the bass and the piano.
Who played the bass? I love the bass.
Yeah, it's Soronko is dead. So I played arpeggios instead of guitar and the drums.
No. Yeah,
and then one of my son engineers is also dead. He played it. The synths.
Yes. That's a great song.
Strings under. So all these things go to incorporate into a kind of. So that's how I work. I bring other people who are knowledgeable in terms of the same thing. Right now, for instance, I'm working with a guy called Papa Sax. He's very good at the mix.
So you work with him?
We're versed, so I incorporate him. I'll sit here. Okay, when you tell bring it a bit not higher, bring it down. We're doing all those kind of things. At the end of the day, the first shot will come on fun. He gets this one and so that I don't stress too much. Yeah. I'm not like those days. No. The energy is going down.
Yeah, you manage your energy.
That's right.
I see you as a philosopher on Facebook, because I go through your write-ups and I learn a lot. The one I read just yesterday was you kept talking about if this happens, you're going to travel.
Keep mute.
Keep mute. Yeah. Don't open your mouth. If this is happening to you, if your child is doing well in school, keep quiet. If you're about to do this, keep quiet. Does it come from a place of personal experience?
Yes, personal experience. When you share your dreams with certain people, they go to baker and then tell the baker that don't show where your bread is baked. They'll go to the baker and add salt into this and small into
the tea bread.
Sometimes you have to keep certain secrets to yourself. Oh, this one, there's nothing called best friend. You have an acquaintance.
Even your wife?
Yes, because your wife, you don't take all the secrets to your wife. Never. My wife, we've been married for 36 years. It's not everything that you. So I tell her the number of girlfriends that I've read. Maybe if I've even slept with a friend of hers, I should go and tell. If you break up the marriage, there are certain things. So my marriage to my wife, the experience comes from our teacher, Opanyu Kojutre. Whilst those days when I was dating somebody, she was also dating someone. It's not that when you marry, oh Charlie, your old boyfriend and mine, who is better? You go and say something to you that you might, if you're a jealous person.
Disaster.
Yeah, and you can't police a woman because they give birth to us and we also go there. They are smarter than us. You don't know. If you're living a woman trust, just respect the woman. If they want to trouble you, they can trouble you. They gave birth to us. We have been in their womb for 9 months. They gave birth to us if it's a cesarean operation. And then at the end of the day, we also go back to them. So that kind of mutual respect. So there are certain things. You shouldn't let certain secrets out.
Don't talk too much.
Yeah.
Is there a time you talk too much and it cost you?
Yes, it cost me.
Can you share?
It cost me. It cost me because I had planned to do something. Before I realized somebody had done that thing. You give ideas. Oh, Charlie, this one, the person who make as if he doesn't like the thing, before you realize that the same person is doing the same thing. I have seen some of the sound engineers that I train. You go somewhere, oh, Fredyma the demo nkwan oye. You're doing only demos only. And if you see my house, this is a demo house.
You love
it. Me in creativity, don't give small money chance. I'm like the Nigerian. I don't give small money chance. If you have 10 CDs crowd, I'll get 10 CDs beat to play for you at the end of the day. But in our environment, the kind of buy thing, it came to a time in Ghana you knew that if your music was not programmed at certain places, those radio presenters, they don't play. It came around the year 2000, 2004 there. So you could see that certain kind of sound engineers, that was their music that was being played. I'm somebody that I never learned my signature tune in terms of the music. Like
you never put it in your name.
No. It was people did, but never. Myself and Zamal, we said, Samuel, we never do that one. Yeah. It is a problem.
But the Peters did it. Your protege.
It benefited from them. But
JQ also.
Yeah, but how did it? Where is it now? Where is it? Nothing lasts forever. Where is it now? To promote you to certain place. Everybody and his ideas. I didn't like it.
Well, good bees or rattle, right?
That's right. Those who know me at my age, some of my compatriots, they are dead. Some not even getting jobs. Some even don't have. And these are one of the best ones, highly expensive. I have them here. Some of them don't have. At least, when I wake up from my bed, cry, and I'm stressed out, I come and play my hymns. Charlie, so satisfaction is, it is from the training that I have from the Presbyterian Church and the Methodist Church. We need to be satisfied with whatever we have, because very soon, I will be baby. So, Obomidia, it is so good, Adolfo. I feel dear, my old summer, no, my old summer. It's difficult. People are going through a lot. I'm telling you, the silent battles. When I show you my phone every morning, the kind of people who call, I'm afraid I'm going to the hospital. I don't have money. If I had, I would have given them some. I'm facing. If I tell you my challenge here, maybe I don't want it to go live, but maybe I can tell you after we have the challenge that I'm facing now. I've called certain people that I know. Uncle Fred, you calling me at this time and it means Charlie. But me too, I'm going through this one.
Everybody's suffering silently.
Yes. So let's live life to the fullest. You have seen it all. Choice FM, GBC. Look at the interview that you have with Shatawale. Mind blowing. It's all over. Nostalgic moments. It can never be compared to any other interview. Apart from what he staged last 2 weeks at the listing. Your interview was smart. Look at the questions that you asked. You've blazed a trail. You've lived a legacy. The way that a diplomat son has been treated, the sense is there. You went to a very good school. You know how to live with people. So even if you go that you want to do this privately, so you have your this thing that you are missing alone. People will come and tell you, Kafui, I want you to come and miss my this for me. Small young pine. Because you have really had a good beat. So don't rattle. It's there. People know your worth. So whenever you are there, try and leave a name, a legacy in the environment. As I told you, if you look at me myself, as Fredyma, as a tree, it's firmly rooted, there are lots of branches. JQ, look at the haze alone. Apietus. Bishop Mante hasn't come, Snooky hasn't come, Charles Robert Quay is in London playing with Zimbabwe. The keyboardist from the stock of Fredyma. Look at Samini. Samini came to my studio as a student. Look at Reggie Zippy, Borax. They were all from Accra Academy. They will run away and then come to my studio. All of this, I'm gone. Me and Daddy Lumba. I'll give you some picture that was taken 33 years ago. Fredyma took that picture when he came to my studio. So I programmed a song for him. I don't know whether it was part of his third album or so. I would just reminisce and all of it. Lumba is no more. Even people are even fighting over his properties here.
How does that make you feel, that whole fight?
Yeah, I'm also thinking myself, but me, they have only one wife. Only one woman. So I don't know if I've gone for other women, what will happen. That's my answer. He knows the reason why he went in for so many people. Because he told me at a certain point in time that Charlie, I'm afraid me fear any people. But that was his own choice. But now that he's not there, everybody, because of social media, everybody is saying something. Me, I've said I'm never going to talk about him anymore. I respect him as a brother that I met, worked with him. When Bongo Man came to Ghana, I was the music director for him. When Alassane Ouattara paid a visit in 2017, on the 15th of October 2017, at the foyer of the Accra International Conference, I also did that concert for him. When he's going for concert, he contacted me for a lot of things. His studio, FM studio, when he had problems with mixing console, I change it and they make the sound better for him. I've done my part, but he's gone.
Yeah.
You and me, take 70 from your age, take, see that Charlie on the part. So let's show love, and it's been a lovely interview. This is just a minute of the surface, but we didn't see it.
And before we go, did he ever talk to you about the music he did for the New Patriotic Party?
Oh yes. In fact, so let me go back. We have been part of the UP tradition.
Okay.
In 1970, yeah.
With your father at Buzia's rally.
Oh yeah, with me, myself from Buzia.
Yeah.
Then came 1979. 1979, I was campaigning for Nana Kwiakosa from my home. He was the parliamentary candidate for PFP.
Yes.
The offshoot of MPP.
Yeah. I think he's 50 years on the throne this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lumba has also been part of the family for a very, very long time those days.
Mm-hmm.
So we've all been part.
Mm-hmm.
So we came to love JJ in the end. And people should take, when this party was formed, I've said it, I was supplying them fuel on credit.
From your filling
yes.
station?
Vincent Assisi and Mr. Segbefia is still alive. He can testify to that. Vincent Assisi, I was supplying NDC with fuel.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I was invited to Chairman Rollins' office. Young man, we're having a party. Raw. I wanted to supply some fuel because the proximity of my fuel station and the this office that around La Paloma.
Paloma.
Yeah,
opposite bus stop.
Yeah. So Vincent came to me. So NDC, all this that you had in 92, all your this thing, most of the fuel was taken from my place on credit. I said, yes, sir, I'll supply.
And you supplied?
I supplied it.
Did they pay?
Oh, they paid.
Good.
And me, as I'm saying, my mother is a typical NDC woman. If you go to her hometown, my mother, NDC, my father to a family member of MP. So you can see.
Both sides are there.
Yeah, so I love everyone.
She's still alive, Mom?
Yeah, my mom is alive. He just had her 81st birthday.
Oh, wow.
On the 18th of October.
Yeah.
I'm 11, my wife is 15, and she's 18.
Yeah.
So beloved, let's just love her and then.
So the politics, so you had all that mixing with
yes,
you? Yes.
So Daddy Lumba, he's a member of the MPP for a very, very long time. And it didn't fit for him to also compose that song for me. There's nothing wrong.
Your protege recorded that song?
Come again.
Apietus?
Yeah, Apietus recorded that song.
Yes.
They made money from it. And then my son to Nasi. Nasi also recorded. You know, I think I had a microphone
for NDC.
Yeah, let me show you something here.
I see.
Let me show you a microphone here.
Oh, you still have LPs?
Yes, I have LPs. This one from.
Wow, Sun Trophy.
Yeah, Sun Trophy band. I have this one. Let me show you before.
Alewa.
Let me show you before you go.
Wow.
Yeah, this microphone has produced giants.
Let me see this microphone. What kind of microphone is this? AKG.
Yeah, Celestine Donko. That was the first microphone she used in recording. I have that of Nasida now. I can see when Nasi came to my place. I think I have it here, but I don't know whether I have added. I also have that of Nasi. I think I showed you somewhere.
So this microphone has produced great.
Yeah, great. My daddy, they all of them sang to this one before we a lot of hits from this.
Do you think Lumba suffered with the music that he played for MPP? Did it affect his?
Oh no! It never affected.
I mean,
he was far bigger. So most of this call him. Yeah, a lot of gigs.
It came from that.
Most of when for the 8 years, he enjoyed.
How about Nasi? Did Nasi?
Nasi, that didn't affect it because Nasi is very good. He's a very good composer, very good sound engineer. People love him for his songs. They don't care about the NDC MPP.
They just want the music. They just want the music.
Oh yeah. So that's why we are not so much. You see, the creative people, as I'm saying.
And you regret your association with politics?
No, I don't regret at all.
Because you led a creative alliance?
Yeah, creative arts
alliance.
Yeah. On the radio and TV, I was having banter with Rex Omar and they killed. Here are they.
Yes.
And I've said this one, and I say continue that when it comes to the creative sector, Charlie, we can't throw President Mahama away. He's very good at that one. He has compassion for the creative industry. So if my party couldn't come to power, and he has come to power, and the creative industry is evolving, why should I derail it? So every kind of opportunity, I'm giving it to my sister, Honorable Abla Jufaiko, and know that my relationship with Abla goes as far back as almost 46 years. Now, when she was at St. Louis and was Prempeh College, she was, she was an artist. Do you know that? And then she used to come and do voiceovers at my place. And she and Bedi Akon, they used to come and do voiceovers at my place and a whole lot of things. You know, Provincial and all of them.
So no regrets.
Yeah, no regrets at all. Rex Omar, he invites me to most of the forum that he's having. KOD, we go and I say, look, for the creative people, we don't fight. No. Because in a band, you can belong to a certain party.
Of course.
But we all play together.
Yeah, to make good music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we are so Charlie, we are one people.
One people.
Yeah, and a whole lot of those. Politics shouldn't divide. It is true when it comes to the area of elections that people say that we are not enemies.
We are friends. We are wrapping this up, and I want a couple of very brief questions. When you look at the current producers in Ghana today, who makes you proud, or what makes you proud?
Most of the current music producers, they know how to use the softwares. And if you're able to use the software very well, because it has all the components that one needs to produce music. And they are very sharp. Most of them also know how to play the keyboard very, very, very well.
It's a killer skill to
have,
right?
Yes, the skills. I mean, what they are playing, Charlie, one of them is this guy who did Big Willie. He's at Takrade. He did
Willis Beat.
Willis Beat. I like that guy because of was able to use the regimental music for Ebony for that song. For that song. That's
that's a great song.
Yeah, you know that regimental music. Yeah, it's one of the guys that I really love to see. And them MOGBs, other guys that are around, you know, who've been produced for Stonebwoy and then Hubert Anti when it comes to mixing.
So you're still plugged in. You're following what's going on.
I'm a current papa.
What disappoints you about production now?
What disappoints me now about production is the mono use of instruments that we release and the what we call it, the sampling.
Where people are using the same sound?
Yeah, the same sound. That the video it has been used long by a lot of people. I understand it's one of the samples from the DAW, the digital workstations. So if you use them, so some of them, for instance, Fruity Loops are there. Yeah, people use them all right. But I use a lot of Cubase because I like playing original
own stuff.
Yeah, my own stuff.
Okay.
But I won't condemn people who are also using that. No. It's also part of the this. But you need to be dynamic with what we do. So most of the producers now, in fact, every day I give them thumbs up because they are doing so well.
Good stuff.
They are the kind of stuff that they are producing and put them out. Charlie, they are good. Yeah.
I want you to close your eyes and think of your journey. What image comes in your mind when you think of Fredyma's journey? Yeah,
the journey has been serve, and then serve. I've been a servant all along. I gave up on my life in terms of the music industry. I abandoned my core mandate that I wanted to be a medical doctor, or went to Ghana Airways to have that kind of reason that we wanted to be cabin crew attendants. We had passed. We were about to go for this in Amsterdam where the then PNDC came on TV and said they've cancelled that program. You know, it was a blot. Music was just a hobby. Now I've said that your hobby can become your profession.
Exactly.
All my studio, everything that I've acquired in life, having my children, marrying, building my own house with my wife, it's all through music. Through music, I've been known internationally. Just recently, there's a guy called Jude Kofi came all the way from the United States of America. It was me that led the team in terms of the media. This thing.
You did a good job, man.
Yeah,
you covered everywhere.
Through that one, people have been able to have a lot of gifts from this. So music is very, very good. But anything that you want to do, put yourself in, make it professional, and do it well.
Okay.
Encourage people. One thing that I do is to encourage people. Some of them, when they come, we don't see any life in them. When I give you pictures of a P2s, JQ during those times, when if you want to give them a job, you won't give because
they didn't look appealing.
Yeah. But today, almost all the hits that people are enjoying their parties came from them. Let's give people the chance. Don't let's throw people away. Because the person that you might be looking down upon now is the very person who saved your life. It's just like making a journey from here to Kumasi or any place. Once you get onto the journey, if you have a problem with your car, it is not your family members who are going to help you. It is somebody unknown.
At Osino.
That's right. They will come and then rescue you.
Yeah.
So we have angels all lurking around. Let's be cautious of our social media handles. When you're posting something, there are a lot of people who don't even like our post, who watches our post and then have made up their mind about you. So certain time you go to our office, Uncle Fred, hey, you may post something too. Telling you, I love you. Telling your article will save me.
Just the post.
Yes, the post.
Yeah.
Just a post. But meanwhile, you don't even know him. There are a lot of people who they will just call you. I just want to bless you and all of things. So there are a lot of angels working around. Let's show love. As it show in the beloved, let us love.
Yeah.
The love is of God. And then the next coming years, you and I take age from the 70 as I told you.
How much time do we have left?
Yeah, if you have 50, time will come. The dish that you love most, you can't even taste it. Oh, that's if
I can't go for that.
Yeah, the best shoes, you can't even wear them. Your hair, everything that you have to go off. If I take off my hair, you see that I have gray.
Can I see?
No, you can't see it because it's my brand.
I've never seen you without a hat before. That's the whole thing. I knew you were going to wear a hat. I didn't know what you were going to be wearing today, but I knew you were going to be wearing a hat. I nearly wore a hat just because of you.
Yes, it's a since that CK Man told me that I have a brand.
Yeah, you should keep it.
Yeah, to keep it. So this is my brand for the music.
For the music.
Sometimes when I wear my traditional clothes, I can't
take it off.
This one.
I'm curious, what do your wife and children think of your career?
It's been a blessing to them because everything that I've achieved in life, I went to work with Shell. I stopped in 1996. I couldn't build a house through the music. Then I'm very happy. It is through the music that I'll be able to take care of them from the primary to the university. Music is good. These are the structures, the system that is not helping the system in Ghana yet.
Yes.
Other than that, I would have been the Quincy Jones of Ghana, that's right. But here am I. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Now, at least look of you, what I will eat every day.
He did that for you.
Yes.
Do you still have unfulfilled dreams?
Oh yes, the unfulfilled dreams are there.
What are some of them?
Like, setting up an organization, NGO organization, helping the less privileged. Because in my time, I used to train a lot of sound engineers. I don't have that liberty and the energy now. I wish I had money to help that one and then discover more talents. There are a lot of talents who are up there who can be discovered. Quite recently, there's a guy called Inshiraba. He won the TVT talented year.
Second.
He came here,
Second.
and then I want to groom him because looking at him playing with Jude, and then I see he has the potential. So I want him to make him one of the best in Ghana at least. When we go out, he goes to Fredyma. So when he left, this guy to legacy. So I've told the parents that for every vacation, for every Saturday, you bring him, I'll teach him how to use listen to record music and all other things. Fredyma, I've done my part.
You have indeed.
Your part. But I'm also appealing to you. When the population and housing census was done in 2010, I did the jingle. Up to now, they haven't paid me. I've appealed to President Mahama. I know that you love the creatives. President Mahama, I've said, they owe me 3,500. I said 15 years ago.
They should calculate you using the exchange rate.
Yeah. Give me 350,000 Ghana cedis. Anything now. Because I know President Mahama, I'm appealing to you. You love the creatives. And then consider me the kind of sacrifice I've made in the creative industry by helping it to grow. I can't wait for Mother Ghana. Other people have enjoyed the fruit of their labor. Then I've given the receipts and everything to Rexoma to help me get that money. And I'm expecting it to get it at least as a compensation for my pension that when Ghana population and housing sources was done, it was Fredyma who did the jingle and everything for that program to be successful. So President Mahama, if you are listening to me or any member of the NDC, Ibrahim Ahmad, if you are touched by my plea, Charlie, you could feel the first year of the common fund.
If what happened,
You can't give it to me that this guy has helped. It's all love, beloved.
Amen. Before we go, what's one thing that people get wrong about you? What do people misunderstand you for?
That sometimes I compromise easily. My wife has a problem with that one. If somebody does something to you really bad, you still go to that person and then talk to that person. It's been part of me. Boss, you don't talk to the person. As I'm saying, you might go somewhere, that would be the very person that also. So sometimes I can't do that. That Charlie, I don't want to talk to this person. These are some of the weaknesses that people tell me. And then what again? I don't know what other people also say behind me, but this is what have been my weakest point. That
Yeah.
I still love more even when people do bad things to
you.
Yeah.
If you could talk to 18-year-old Kyei Mensah, which would be 1965, 75, 85, 1983. If you could talk to that young man,
okay, so
what would you tell him?
Yeah, go and listen to OJ
83.
song. My SMO pen. School in my awful you. That song, everything that when you are going to school, that is embedded in that OJ song. That should have won the best songwriting for 2013. Go and listen to that song.
Then I've been like you before.
Yeah. Sometimes we regret. Some of our seniors who punished us in school, when they see us, some of them regret. When I was working in Shell, one guy came there to buy. He was riding. He was operating a taxi service. He ran short of petrol, fuel, and then he came to my fuel station. Then he didn't know it was I who was managing the place.
You recognized him?
Yes, he had punished me greatly. And when he came on his knees, he didn't even recognize me. If I don't give him fuel, and I said, I mentioned his name. Senior, hey, how do you know? Yes, Piercing House. You punish me sometime. Oh, he started crying. I said, don't cry. It's part of life. Let's be wary and watch what we do to other people. You might regret it later. So, as 18, things that we did, right now, if we're given a chance, everybody has a regret. But that is part of life.
What is your biggest regret?
My biggest regret, maybe I should have traveled outside just to experience one or two things and then come back. But I didn't also do to leave my children and my wife. But I don't have any. It's part of life. Maybe it was supposed to happen. If I left them in terms of caring for them and then bringing them out, would have been a problem. A lot of parents have regretted giving birth to certain people because of the things, the deviance, that they pass, and they get two guys smoking, and then a whole lot of things. But fortunately, all my boys are here, hoping that the things will go on well for them. So regretfully, everybody has one, but me, hey, it's part of nature,
Is it true that your 40-year career, you've not received a major industry award?
No, with the exception of RTP as the best pundit in 2021 or so. Yes. Apart from that, I have never.
For your music, your production, you've never been recognized.
The way the music industry is scarce, it depends that everyone who release under the year of review. So if I release a song from here and the person is not able to have the money to promote the song, no matter how good the song is, I will never get any kind of. So maybe unless an honorary award.
Even that you've not.
No, for honorary. I thought it was Obuo who gave me an honorary award from.
But the industry.
No, the industry. That's why I celebrate myself every day.
100%.
You see me, and this now, right? I just put my picture there, just to celebrate myself. Yeah, because I have to celebrate. If you want, wait for somebody to celebrate, no one. As of 2015, I was the longest serving member of the TDMA board. I was asked from it.
Why?
So
Why?
I don't know what really happened.
They never told you?
No, I was. But some of the people that we came there, they are still on the, which is very, very good. It's a private entity.
Yes.
They decide what to do. So I'm grateful for the opportunity that they gave me. I'm still with them. They invite me. If I'm in part of the Chacha House, I don't pay for any of their shows. I'm giving VIP treatment. Thanks to Yola and their wife. But I think my contribution at that time hadn't ended. But they know the reason why they asked me out of this. I thought it could have been better in terms of Freddie. Maybe this time we are moving towards certain direction. So, but I wasn't called? And when they were recognizing people on their anniversary, they left me the mention of the name. It took, I think, Ochami Kwame, who came back and then
remind them.
Yeah, remind them. Because they call all of them who have been part of the journey to stand on this thing. I was sitting there, they didn't call me.
You the longest serving member?
Yeah, as at 2015, I was the long. But when they were celebrating their 20th this thing, but all of them tell hey, it's part of life. They forgot and then apologize. So apologies.
It's taken.
I said, oh yeah, Charlie.
You don't bear grudges on it.
Oh no. They are the power behind the people. They know. Mm-hmm. They invite me a VIP every this year. Then, but I thought some of them know they are doing, and you have to be very careful because sometimes some of those things it hurts.
It can hurt.
Yeah. But they are calling people. I like this to do worry that them Kyei Mensah is sitting there waiting, and they never called you.
Wow.
So when they saw that blunder, I'm can say how can cry, but Ochami, saved the situation
for them.
Yeah, so it's fine. Let's all show love, and then we go on. After all, we my baby,
70, and you must subtract the age.
I'm gone.
If your life were a song, what would that song be called?
That song will be called Peace and Love.
Peace and Love.
Yeah, that's what I preach.
Culture has a song like that.
Peace and Love.
Peace and love.
Peace. I want peace.
And you want love.
I want love. Yes, peace. There, Charlie. Oh, cry. No.
And love.
And love. Charlie, let's show love. I love people, man. If I see my fellow human being struggling, it pains me. Quite recently, there's a lady, a widow, that I have adopted. She has 4 children. So I've been doing worship with her on my page. Mm-hmm. She has none. She came here carrying charcoal, the only thing that she's selling. A whole bag of charcoal in 200 cedis that she recorded her. I cried that day. A widow of 4. All the things that she's selling, she's brought it to me to collect it and then just play a song and let people know that she can sing. I wept. So I've adopted her every Monday. She comes here, come and clean my house. I give her something. I'll be recording for free. Nothing. After all, the talent is there. If the talent is there, we need to, assuage that kind of pain. And then let's see. Let me play one hymn before.
Yes, and that will be probably. I was going to ask you to give me your favorite hymn to close out this conversation, which I've really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So if you're going to drop it, I'm excited and really thrilled to have spent this precious time with Kyei Mensah.
Thank you very much.
AKA Fredyma, a wonderful producer, great human being. And we're closing out with a performance from the man himself. Thank you so much. That suspended thing always gets me, man. Thank you so much. I love it. And thank you. Keep doing your thing. Yes.
Nice interview, the best that I've had so far.
I've loved it.
Good.
And that's our conversation. Thank you so much. Comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Do it right now. With Kyei Mensah, aka Fredyma. God bless. One love. Peace and love.